He on the beat.
Yo, what's good with it? What's good with it? What's good
What's
with it,
happening, man?
Herb Lander.
Oh yeah, Herb Lander in the building, man.
Yo.
Is that true? The king in the top left?
True, what's happening, man?
Oh, he must be taking it.
Now he's gone Hollywood, bro. He doesn't care about us no more. That's crazy.
I would too, man. Like,
so you being the same, all right?
Nah, how you feeling? Herb? How you feeling, Zeno? How y'all Wednesday going on?
We good.
I'm feeling good, man. Hey, Sturt, I think we need to get ready to help the WNBA find a new commissioner, man. I think we gotta help the WNBA out, man. And I got one person in particular. Once she come on, hey, Mario knows best. Need to run for commissioner in the WNBA because they going through it right now.
Oh man.
How you feeling? How you feeling, man? How you feeling, bro? How you Wednesday going?
I've been feeling good, man. I can't complain. I cannot complain at all, man. Hey, ready to do the show. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Man. It's a lot to talk about, man. Team USA dominant like always, man. After other, I'm gonna start off there, man. Hey, listen, man. If you represent and you any country out there, basketball, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all helping the globalization of the game too. Because without y'all, we wouldn't. You know what I mean? Hey, competition is competition, but at the end of the day, we the best. No DJ Khaled. We've been the best. to the point that, you know what I mean, y'all was struggling beating college kids at one point in time. But then y'all finally caught up, I guess, you know what I mean? All right, we ain't playing with y'all. When the professionals came in, you know, dominate, do what we had to do. The 04, I don't count 04. That's a glitch in the matrix. That ain't, you know, that was like a little malfunction, whatever. We don't really count 04 like that. That was y'all little. That was y'all Buster Douglas. That was y'all Buster Douglas moment. So, hey man, listen, shout out to Team USA getting that gold. We talking about what Derica Hamby versus WNBA Las Vegas. That's some crazy news, man, right there. No Lyles COVID, man. Fallout. I mean, if he had COVID, we'll talk about that, man. We got Mariah knows best in the building, the host in the building.
What's up? What's up, everybody? Sorry, I was having technical difficulties. I apologize for that. But we are here. We are back. Yeah, how is everybody on this Wednesday?
Everybody.
We feeling good. We feeling blessed, man. Like, Mark, kick us off, man.
We on top of the world. We are on top of the world. We'll go ahead and get right into it. Team USA took home the gold. We won at least, you know, I want to say that we had the most. We had the most. I think we had the most.
Most
gold and awards won. So yeah, shout out Team USA. Of course, we're here to talk about Team USA basketball, the basketball team. So we'll start with the men's first. What was y'all's reaction to how the game against France turned out? Now, I expected us to win. Okay, I expected us to win, but did y'all expect it to turn out like it did? 8:30, we will start with you.
Honestly, yeah, I expected a competitive game for a few reasons. One, France was one of the best international teams out there. They already shocked the world by eliminating Germany. They already shocked the world by eliminating Canada. Two teams that were favored to beat them, and due to their size, and due to, let's be honest, having Wemby and other capable role players on that in the country too, like Yabusele and whatnot, and Evan Fournier to help contribute to their success. So I thought it'd be a little more competitive, but nevertheless, I had no doubt that we was going to win. But Team USA, we was that better. Like, and most importantly, guys was getting into a rhythm. We was finally getting to rhythm offensively. Guys like, of course, Steph Curry, LeBron, KD, but also underrated guys like Devin Booker as well. So no, Mario, I was not surprised by the result, but I was definitely surprised by the way it happened, especially the last 6 minutes.
True the King, were you happy to see Jason Tatum get some minutes in the final game?
That's funny.
To achieve goals.
That's good.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious, man. Listen, I'm happy we got the gold. Period. I mean, listen, it ain't surprised he got in the game to me. I mean, it ain't surprised he got in the game. You know what I mean? In the context of that too, 17 minutes when he did play. Besides 17 minutes and playing for Team USA, that's pretty good. Hey, that's solid. You know what I mean? So when people say, I mean, hey, besides those two DNPs that people will argue, well, he played a decent amount of time. 17 minutes ain't bad, right? I mean, playing with the USA team. And listen, he did his job when he was out there. Shot was off. Guess what? I'm gonna do the dirt work. I'm gonna bang down low against Rudy Gobert, Victor Wembanyama, guys, 7-foot guys. You know, get rebounds, whatever case may be, cool. But hey, I mean, listen, it was a good winner all together, man. Like, it don't matter how you do it. It's how, hey, just get the job done at the end of the day. Because it don't matter if you score 50 points, we would have lost. Hey, we would have been cooking these guys. We'd be a whole different conversation. So that long as that column says W and we was on that podium with that gold medal, it don't matter who stats look like. At the end of the day, I mean, it's great that we got the dub, but in the shout out to LeBron James, KD, and Steph Curry doing what they have to do. And anybody, shout out to Tyler Halliburton, whoever, shout out to the water boy, shout out to everybody who was involved, and let's do whatever case may be. But we would have lost. That was irrelevant. So as a team collective, shout out to them for getting that job done, because the mission is, at the end of the day, is getting that goal. So that's what we did. So hey.
Zeno and Herm, thoughts, reactions to the final game.
Jason Tatum didn't get to play a lot of minutes, which is sad to see.
Yeah, that's true.
Embiid didn't play a lot of minutes as well. He was just getting I'm not gonna lie. I thought Embiid got signed for Wemby, but Wemby was looking at Embiid like barbecue chicken in that game. It was kind of sad to see. So he didn't get much minutes. Steph Curry put on a masterclass, as already been said. LeBron got dunked on. That was fun to watch. That guy Yabusele was just trying to dunk on everybody. He was trying to dunk on everybody. Every time he took off from like the painted area, it was a dunk. It was no lays. It was just straight dunks. He wanted to go famous so bad, bro.
Hey, my favorite French Celtics player of all time, man, Yabusele, man. No, not Fournier, but Yabusele, man. Hey, I wasn't shocked though. I know he's been a baller for a while, and it's a fact that he's been improving when he's outside the NBA. It's nice to see and getting into that shine, man. That was dope, man.
I was surprised by the outcome of the game or how the game went. France, they're a solid team. That zone that they did, especially having Wemby at the top, it was kind of adjustment time for U.S. once they brought it in the second half. So that brought France back into the game. At the end of the day, Curry big time again with his big time shot making ability. Overall, it's a good game, good final. You expected what you expected, Team USA to win. They fought against adversity for us playing France at their home crowd because France did have the home crowd. So that shows some resiliency and they hung in there despite the late run of France. But I'm gonna tell you something too, base kids. Hey, I ain't gonna stop no man for saying they want to say. If they want to display hatred, bro, I'm gonna let them display it. Well, I have no right to stop somebody for disputing their hatred. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. I'm gonna let them do it. I don't put people on mute and put them backstage. I don't do that. You may want me to, but I don't do that, brother. But nah, great win for Team USA. They did it with the old heads though, so that was impressive with them doing it with the old heads. But we do have to get right for 2028 with our youth. They had to become more disciplined. Um, Hopefully they do, and hopefully we can build on from this and actually learn from the old heads. So that's my take on it.
And that's the plan, of course. What I know, like me personally, with the young talent that Team USA has, like we saw Ant kind of show a bit of resilience in a couple of these games. Devin Booker actually, if I put Devin Booker in a lot of conversations, but like just seeing him still be able to hang with, which shouldn't be surprising because he plays with Kevin Durant, but just like seeing him, do what he did while playing with these three other great players. It was nice to see. And once again, we'll probably never see these three players play on the same team ever again because I really doubt LeBron. I doubt.
That's over with.
Yeah, I doubt LeBron comes back for 28. I doubt Steph may come back. I'm not sure if he does. I feel like he wouldn't be the same Steph that he is today. And then I doubt KD comes back as well. But just being able to see what those three did in this in the Olympics, memorable, something we've never seen before. Whether they're playing a part or on the same team, they're still players that I love to watch. So, anyways, but besides that, we're gonna switch over to Jason Tatum, who we already mentioned didn't get a lot of playing time for Team USA. And he had some comments. He spoke on being benched in the Olympics with Adam. I can't pronounce his last name, but it is Adam. Let me see. He said he sent me something. I wrote something down.
We could just roll with it like that, though. That's understandable. We do have a difficult ass man.
Yeah, because I got okay. Because what I got was basically he said that you feel like you deserve to play in the because that's the competitor basically inside of you, and you want to play, like Steve Kerr's the coach for a reason, and he gets to make the final decisions. Do y'all think that that was a great final decision by Steve Kerr to bench Jason Tatum in some of these games and obviously limit his minutes like to the point where he could barely show like his full on capability.
I, I
Anybody
guess
can.
I guess I started off though. I think it was bad though. No matter what, Steve Kerr should have implemented Jason Tatum. You got to reward a guy that just won a championship. Won definitely a two-way player. You know what I'm saying? End of the day, you can always use a two-way player on the court. Even if he's not making his shot, he still can rebound at a great rate. He still can defend. He still can defend 4 possessions on the court. Uh,
Herm, your mic is low. We can barely hear you, Herm.
Yo, Herm, your mic is jacked, bro.
Yeah. But who else want to go while Herm fixes his issues?
Um, his what's the the comments about Tatum being yeah he said yeah he basically it was basically a humble experience. Like I said, Tatum been like a future player for like since high school, so this is like the lowest role he even played. But I mean, but not I mean he played small. He was a role player on the Celtics at one point in time. I mean, people forget that he
He
wasn't
was.
always the
But
star.
it
So I mean,
wasn't like
but yeah,
forever.
coming off of like this, of course, you know what I mean. At the height he is now, he actually play a smaller role, whatever the case may be. It may have been some. I mean, it may have been that's the thing about it too, though. We don't even know why, like how. Cause like one thing about Tatum, we understand that he's buys in. You look at his career, he's going to do what you had to do to help the team win. He's going to be coach. He's coachable. I mean, he had Coach K was his whole coach. I mean, I remember Coach K called him out and he answered it. You know what I mean? He thrived to the challenge of you know what I mean, doing what he has to do. The question is though, when he got on this team, what was his like what that he was told a role when he got there? Was it a conversation or it was just on the fly? Which that's the you know what I mean? What is we don't know. So it's like I think he was kind of like it seemed like he was out of loop about what his role was going to be on this team per se. You know what I mean? Because other people got promises outside of this team. We understand that. That's I mean this is what it is, right? Which is fine. But when it come to him, he looked. I mean, it seemed like he was like, well, hey, I don't know. I guess I do what I gotta do. Long as we win gold, I guess I do what I had to do. But I mean, yeah, I guess that you know what I mean. Because it definitely was like, what else could he could have done? Like, I mean, he going to just like sit here and like pout and complain because that they would use that against him, I guess, right? But like, guess I mean, I don't know. It's a lose situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ace 30
Uh,
Zeno or the
I was
finish
about to
your
say let Herm go again. Let Herm
yeah,
go again. His mic
finish
is
your
uh,
statement.
is my mic better, y'all?
Yeah.
one.
Yes.
You good now, man?
Hey man, hey, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody, man, especially to my team, my brothers and sisters on the panel. But end of the
Everyone.
day, Steve Kerr, when you a guy that played in the league for multiple years, a guy that's been coaching championship teams, you gotta find a way to get Jason Tatum on the court and make it work. Was Jason Tatum his best offensively? No. But he still brings you certain dynamics that you could have used, especially in the game against France, especially against Serbia as well. Jason Tatum can defend, like I said, 4 positions. He could rebound at a great rate, and he understands he could be coached. You know what I'm saying? So I think end of the day that I think Steve Kerr was being a little too dramatic. I think he didn't do right by it, and end of the day, it is what it is now. But Jason Tatum deserved to be on the court, man. Especially he just coming off a championship. We never seen this type of thing happen to our the best player that's coming off a championship team, a championship run at that. Not get two do not players in the Olympics. We haven't seen that. So That I think that was just outrageous by Steve Kerr. Jason Taylor go say the politically right thing, because he don't want to bring a lot of negative attention against his teammates that he competed with to win the gold medal. So he's gonna do the politically correct thing. But I bet you behind the scenes, Jason Tatum, like they caught LeBron James and KD talking about Steve Kerr. No telling what Jason Tatum input has been behind the scenes. So end of the day, we know he didn't like it, but it's very professional of him to say that though. So man, shout out to Jason Tatum for keeping professional and just moving on from it.
That's right.
Hey, let me kick my take off with this. Herm, do you think Jason Tatum getting that role is an indicator of where he really ranks amongst his peers, at least his American peers?
No, I just think end of the day he was just misused. Um, Steve Kerr just didn't use him right. I think that was just a victim of that. I think if he had Spoelstra as the coach or even Tyronn Lue, I bet you they would have used Tatum in so many different ways to the point where he could have been effective on the floor. So I think it's more of a Steve Kerr issue than to depict whether Jason Tatum is that guy or not. Don't get me wrong, I know what you alluding to because a guy named Mr. Dave messed around and said that Jason Tatum is not a superstar and he's a tier 2 player and all that stuff. So I know what you're alluding to, but it was more a coaching standpoint than Tatum being a tier 2.
Hmm.
That's a good question.
Nah, because I obviously all you guys answered was mature and factual, but there's also another side of it. You know what I mean? First of all, I think Tatum would use this as extra motivation to get better because I do think to some degree that was an indicator of how he's perceived amongst his peers. He didn't receive that many votes when it came to what he thought was the best player was amongst his peers on the team. So his play, he wasn't the most valuable player on that team. Nor and typically in dire situations, no matter what type of coach's preference, if they view you as one of the best players, they will find you minutes. So at the end of the day, a guy with Jake Tatum who's that versatile, who's that portable that you can essentially play on any team, maybe it's an indicator of Jason Tatum probably not as high as some people have it. It could possibly be that. But nevertheless, I think Tatum is going to continue his maturity, continue his progression, and actually use this to get better. I actually think Tatum every time he see the Warriors is going to be a message. I think Tatum every time he come across the league, he's going to send a message. And and most importantly, I think it's only good for not only the Boston Celtics fans, but if you're a fan of NBA basketball,
It's yeah.
that's
It's
simple.
gonna create a friction between him and some other players, and that's what, of course, we want to see more of. Uh, Not like when I
No,
say friction, I don't mean like a hatred between it, but it's like kind of like what you said. Jason Tatum will try to make a statement in certain games against certain teams. That's kind of what I meant. But yeah, uh, Dino,
Yo,
yo, what are your thoughts on Tatum's comments?
I feel like everyone said everything I wanted to say. His comments are valid in his side because he just won a chip. Like if you won a chip, you already shown to the world that you can reach the summit of what the sport gives. That you are a champion and you were one of the best players on that championship team. Then to then go on to a USA team filled with the best players in the world and then not getting your own time to really shine would mess with you. But when it comes to the side of the coaches, it's very clear why he couldn't be out there. I'm pretty sure by the end of the Olympics, he did not make a jump shot. I think he was like very inefficient when it comes to taking jump shots. You can't be a wing on this team and not be able to space the floor when you already have two bigs that can't space the floor in and not and Bam and AD. And we're gonna need the spacing from you as well. That's the reason why KD was getting a lot more minutes. Those minutes were actually supposed to be Jason Tatum's. But because Jason Tatum just wasn't being good offensively, he couldn't play. Even then, though, there were certain games and certain minutes in those games he should have played, like against Serbia when Ant was being a terrorist on offense and on defense. Yeah, he should have played for him. And in the third quarter and in the fourth quarter. So, and then he should have gotten some more minutes, I think, in this game too. But that's besides the point. That's my reasoning for why he just didn't get the minutes he thinks he should have been.
But also too about the floor spacing part, right? And like people were now this is like forget about like how Jason Tatum is ranked per se. Forget how where it don't because that really is irrelevant about what he brings to the table and what he has accomplished. Because at the end of the day, it's there, right? You can't. I mean, he's a two-time gold medalist at 26 years old. He's a three-time NBA first team. There's not a lot of small forwards that can say that. You can go look it up. I mean, the NBA champion, all these different things, right? You understand the skills he brings to the table, multiple time All-Star, therefore, right? And then we understand that which is weird, like the whole shooting slump thing. People were saying like which even Celtics fans understand. Like everybody, Tatum fans understand he's in a shooting slump, right? But with that being said, we saw him in this past in the playoff be a floor spacer. Like you don't need to be a 3-point shooter to be a floor spacer. You can do like which he showcased he's able to do. Like his playmaking, him dribble and driving. You got I'm not even gonna say people names, but you have people out here that don't look like they even can touch the basketball, or even make a pass. Talking about he can't dribble, drive, and shoot, dribble, drive. You know what I mean? And which is just an absolute lie. Like why Tatum couldn't be the other playmaker? Like, cause like it seemed like this one thing about this team was weird is like LeBron James was like the main and only facilitator on his team, and then like we talked about when he was out the game, it was like they couldn't do anything. Why you couldn't have Tatum as the backup point forward of the team and have that same type of role, or at least try it out per se? You get what I'm saying? When we saw him be a point forward for the Boston Celtics. Like, forget him being a shooter, but you trying to tell me he can't get to the rim, drive and kick it. Clearly, he's going to get the same type of attention, even with his bad shooting slump. Like, he shot bad outside restriction area in the playoff, but guess what? Team was still loaded up on him and stopping him trying to get to the paint. Now, we put it on Team USA where, shoot, look, the talent galore, where you can't leave certain people open in a different matchups case may be, why he couldn't be the other point forward per se. Especially also adding to his defense and rebounding. And mind you, saw LeBron James get tired doing that. Listen, LeBron James phenomenal, but you saw him getting fatigued and tired doing the longer of the Olympics. He had like, you know what I mean? We saw he had like 4 straight turnovers, things that make in that Olympic game because of his fatigue and things of that nature. So why LeBron James was like only person being quote unquote the main facilitator of the team, which was weird. When mind you, it didn't have to be even. It didn't have to necessarily be Tatum per se, because other playmates. It was just weird that like he was the only main facilitator. Like even Devin Booker was playing way off ball. Like so, you trying to tell me he could like it just didn't make any sense basketball wise of like schemings of how versatile this team can be at times. You know what I mean?
I think the way, at least the way Tatum was, not just was his jump shot, is also because of FIBA. It was more easier for the help side to load up on him. So because Tatum isn't consistent making that cross court passes like a LeBron, he isn't as consistent as making reads, especially in zone like LeBron. He's not as consistent as getting in transition and being a constant rim pressure as LeBron. I think that's why Steve Kerr didn't try to put him in those situations. I don't think he trusted Tatum offensively to do so.
That's an
And
opinion.
that's predicated. No. I'm just saying that could be a theory based predicate of what Jay Tatum has shown in these Olympics. Like,
but he wasn't asked to do that at all, though. But he didn't.
I'm retorting to your point. No, I'm retorting to your point.
Yeah.
Like, because if you remember, he was put in lineups where he was playing with KD. Am I correct? He was playing with Bam. He was playing AD. He was playing with Ant. And I think he was playing with Derek White sometimes. Some lineups. He was surrounded with adequate shooting, but you saw in those moments it was mostly KD and even Bam sometimes got hot offensively. So he had opportunities in the beginning. It's just we're just not gonna pretend like there's some underlying vendetta against him from Steve Kerr. No, Jay Tatum showed reasons why Steve Kerr probably didn't trust him.
I mean, we could say that, but he wasn't asked to play facilitate. That man was getting the we see a bunch of time where he was getting a rebound, which he was got. One thing we could say about with a bad shooter, he was getting rebounds. He was third in team in rebounds, things of that nature. He was he was getting the rebounds and passing to the guard or LeBron James, wherever the case may be, right? Why he couldn't run the offense? He was not asked to run the offense at all. He was asked to play off ball. And get those small opportunities. He was not asked to run and facilitate like that. Like, why are we trying to make it seem like?
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, in comparison, especially that talent on that team, what is he ranked in terms of guys who can run the offense? True,
he's highly up there. But my thing was this. But my whole thing is this: other
like
people
middle
on the
of the
team.
pack.
But no,
in comparison,
say that
that's
it's
it.
Not. It's really not middle of the pack though. Like he
in comparison, there's only 12 guys, bro. There's like at least 4 to 5 guys.
Bro, besides, like when it comes to play, it's not. But you're missing a point. It wasn't just a Tatum thing. Other dudes that can able to do that was not asked to run the offense. It was only the problem with you. You already admit this too. Why LeBron James was the only person that was only running the offense, and when he was off the court, they didn't know what to do because they had other different roles of being off ball. That was the issue. You even admitted this yourself. Forget about having been Tatum. Why other people wasn't asked to do the same thing too?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I mentioned earlier before. That's one of the ups and downs of starting Devin Booker. Starting the book, that means less time with the second unit. That means less playmaking for that second unit. That second unit had just two-way players and ISO scores for the most part.
Like, that's pretty much it. Like, they didn't let Derek Wright. They didn't even let Derek Wright.
Derek Wright had a great moment
on the offense.
Derek Wright had great moments, but let's be honest, we ain't talking about Derek Wright. We talking about Tatum.
But the point is though, going back with Hearn's point of the flaws and mistakes that Steve Kerr was doing. He did not listen. He did a good job. I mean, he got the goal right. But he did not maximize his efforts. He did not maximize his efforts of this team. Yeah, he did great, but did he maximize his effort how the team could have been? Whatever. Hey, it's clear as day. Why would LeBron James the only person say, you know what, you're going to be the only one run the offense? That's stupid. No,
I think
you have multiple players.
I think there was reasons beyond Tatum why the team wasn't optimal. But like one, it's a short stint for the team to get used to one another.
I'm gonna sum it up like this. You know it was wrong, and everybody knew it was wrong. At the end of the day, if LeBron James and Kevin Durant felt bad, didn't like the fact that Kerr wasn't playing Jason Tatum, that's all we need to know.
And plus, wait, where you getting that from? Where you getting that from?
Man, it's allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, from that artificial recorder. Okay, you lip reading her? That what you doing? You lip reading on Twitter now?
But I do know, but I do know this though behind the scenes too. Going back to the conversation of him being sacked, like people talk to Jason behind the scenes, and like I said before, that's the other thing too. I don't like about this thing, like people trying to spread narratives and lie, like he's unhappy or whatever the case may be. It just straight up lies because Jamal Crawford just was on with Lou Williams a podcast. I think it's podcast whatever, and excuse me, I forgot. They was sitting down with Kevin Hart's friend that he do comedy, whatever. I forgot his and he talked to him behind the scenes, and he was saying like he's an ultimate professional. He don't, you know what I mean? He was saying that the people that support him or whatever care, they're going to say stuff, whatever the case may be. But Tatum, when they talk to him behind the scenes, whatever, it's like, listen, Tatum is an ultimate professional that's going to do whatever you do with the team. I don't like the fact that this conversation, people were demonizing it and weaponizing him as some type of whatever kind of player and spread narratives and hate watch and things of that nature. That's the corny. That's the corny thing to me, though. Like, because they're gonna look at this comment and say, like I said, we've been like, oh, he's not mad, he's happy. Like, how do you know that? And we have people that talk to him behind the scenes saying he's not. Even Steve Kerr.
True. One could say he kind of implied it with his comments. It was a humbling experience.
What does a humbling have to say? You're not happy though.
It was a humbling experience. Who said you're adding extra to it? I'm just saying he said he felt humble. As his resume, he thought his NBA resume would speak for itself, and so thought he would got more minutes. And not just his NBA resume, his Olympic resume up to that point too.
Absolutely.
But nevertheless, I want people to be fair to also on the result too. Let's not pretend there's not basketball reasons why Steve Kerr and the coaching staff didn't play him. Like people pretend like he come on, bro. Like pretend like there's no basketball reason why he got sacked.
It ain't basketball reasons, bro. Like
Okay,
it
you're
ain't
right. You're right.
basketball
Tatum
rules,
played
bro.
perfect, and there was no reason why he got set. You're right.
Because even everybody on this panel even said we understand that he was shooting, but like you said, y'all keep but you and other people love to put at this point that he's shooting bad. Nobody arguing that
No,
he's not shooting bad.
I'm giving people the
Bro,
whole picture,
you've
the
been a
Lord's
whole
picture.
since the whole Olympics.
Shout out to H from the UK.
Since the whole Olympics, you've been
You gotta
pushing this
get,
narrative.
True. You gotta get the good with the bad, True.
Okay, yeah,
Okay, go ahead, Mark.
he got to get the good with the bad, and it is what it is. But Jason Tatum did end off with when he answered a question that Adam asked him about his status moving forward to see if he would be willing to join this team again, because we know that Steve Kerr, if I'm not mistaken, will be the coach in 2028 when we have the Olympics again. He replied with, it was a tough personal experience on the court, but I'm not going to make any decisions off emotions. If you ask me right now if I'm going to plan in 2028, it's 4 years from now. I have to take time and think about that, so I'm not going to make any decisions based on how this experience was or how I feel individually. I keep trying to say I'm trying not to make it about me. I know that's not the storyline the last few days, but we won. We won gold, and that was the most important part. And exactly, at the end of the day, they won gold, so Jason Tatum should try to not make it about him. So he gotta move.
I mean, the whole basketball community make it besides him.
He's
an all-star player.
Hey, that's some real stuff, Mario.
We gotta move on. Thank you so much.
Hey, I come up with these topics too, by the way. I did not come up with these topics, by the way, too.
Much. But you two,
Herm, I'm lying, Herm.
No, you didn't.
All right, we can move. Hey, now we can move on then. Because you know what I mean?
But
hey, man.
Due to how well this team played, it raises a lot of questions. The 2024 Avengers team, whatever you want to call it, Team USA men's basketball team, a lot of people are now saying that this is the best U.S. team ever. I know a couple of weeks ago we did do a ranking of the of specific Team USA teams, and I'm just gonna automatically shift it over to the dream team because we did have we had the dream team at like 1. I think we did it, finalized them at 1. And I think it was 2012 at 2. Do y'all think that this 2024 Team USA men's basketball team is better than the 2012 Team USA men's basketball team?
Hell no.
Oh, it's clearly the 20. Her, come on, bro. Come on. 2012, her.
2012.
Come on, bro.
Bro, it's clear.
Come on, bro.
It's not clear.
We got better defenders. It's just like, come on,
it's
bro.
It's not clear.
Come on, man.
Well, you can't turn. Hey, go ahead.
You're saying, okay.
Kevin Love, 6'8", Kevin Love.
2012 had better team continuity. 2012 was more organized offensively. 2012, basically, they just feed off each other. Where they just played better team basketball. Period. Yes, if you go off of singulars, you break it down, they may not have the best defenders. But when you put everything together, when you put everything into one, there was a basic, just true basketball team. They had everything that you needed in the team. They had it. They was deep in every position, like Base Kid says, because I agree. Kobe Bryant, they had the leadership down pat. They had the shooting. They had perimeter defense. Their perimeter defense to me was better in 2012 than this current team. Than this current roster, to be honest, for us defending the perimeter. But 2012 was well coached. They didn't have any coaching issues. Man, 2012 was just a better team from top to bottom, whether it's coaching, whether it's building the roster up, the whole nine, they were just better.
And just in case y'all forgot who was on this 2012 roster, I know Herm kind of mentioned a few people. It was Tyson Chandler, we had Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Darren Williams, Andre Iguodala, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Love, James Harden, Chris Paul, Anthony Davis, and one of the best Olympic players ever, Carmelo Anthony. But yeah, those are the people who participated on that squad. If I'm not mistaken, that should be everybody.
Man, listen.
And 2012 had multiple ball handlers, in which True just alluded to it. I mean, we were talking about the Tatum thing. That end of the day, they only dedicated to LeBron trying to handle the ball and run the offense. 2012 had multiple guys that would run the offense, multiple guys that can handle the ball, and they had the ultimate one of the best point guards to play the game is CP running the show, and his defense. At that time, we was one of the best defensive point guards at the time as well. So we covered every area in 2012.
There's Herm cases. Anybody disagree?
Man,
Shoot.
my whole thing
Oh,
is
wait, man.
my whole thing is though they're supposed to be deep. That 2012 supposed to be deep, but AD barely played. Like, let's stop it, bro. And he a big man. How you a big man? First of all, you a big man and you barely play in the Olympics. That should tell you something.
He was a second-year player.
I don't care, man.
You do care. You do.
Hey, guess what? I'm about to be next. Guess what?
Tyrese Halliburton, it was an all-star. Didn't play.
College players played in the Olympics before.
The ball around offense. He didn't play. Tyrese Halliburton didn't play.
Hold up. No, my point was the deep position per se, right? Because because this is my point. AD was off the bench. Who was the best big man on that team?
Tyson Chandler was the best. Was a better.
That's crazy.
He was the better at that time.
That's crazy. And that's crazy. If you saying Tyson Chandler,
at that time, yes, he was a better defender than the second year Anthony Davis.
I'll tell you this: he ain't bear no big on Team USA now. I'll tell you that. I know that for a fact.
I agree with that. 100%.
That's not even a conversation, bro.
Defensively?
All right, bro. Chill out.
Defensively?
Let's go. Chill out.
Chill out.
Chill out.
Don't you know what he did defensively alone in 2011?
Hey, I don't give a damn what he did. I don't give a damn what you talking about. That's because you mentioned in a moment, a great moment in his career, don't mean it's right. Just because you name a fact. Just because you named a fact. Just because you named a fact.
He was a damn lob threat for the
man. I'm gonna care what he's a lot. And Bam can do everything. Bam can do that too. What are you talking about?
Goddamn 20 a game. Tyson Chandler can do the same shit Bam was doing, except for shooting.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Except for shooting defensively, he could do everything Bam.
That's a lie.
He could do everything Bam could do.
No, he can't. That's a lie.
Yes,
he was not going. He was
what the hell are you talking about? Wait. Y'all are fucking disrespectful, man. Y'all got selective memory.
You disrespecting yourself right now.
Language. Let Mario set it up.
So, Herm, you are saying that Tyson Chandler offensively was on the same level as Anthony Davis is now? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying. Defensively, Tyson Chandler was better. That was my whole premise. Defensively,
AD now
was better than Anthony Davis in 2012, hands down.
Oh, I'm talking about that. We're talking about that. What about now, though?
Now, you try to shift it to now, Tyson Chandler defensively could do everything Bam could do.
That's a lie, though.
That's not a lie. That's not a lie. Tyson Chandler is good at pick and roll defense. He's good in drop coverage. He's good at altering shots. He's a better rebounder than Bam. He's better at altering shots than Bam. He's longer, more athletic than Bam as well. Tyson Chandler can do just as much. The only thing Tyson Chandler can't do better than Bam is for shooting the ball offensively, for us having touch with mid-range. Outside of that, he's a better lob threat.
He can't pass better. He can't pass better either. He can't set screens. He can't set screens better. He can't do.
At the end of the day, stop the cap, man.
First of all, Tyson Chandler cannot guard the perimeter like Bam Q. Stop it, bro. Stop.
Yeah,
stop,
that's not. Yeah,
stop. Let's cut that out. Let's Bam defensively is better than any version of Tyson Chandler in his career. Let's stop that right there in itself. For one. Let's not play that game. Like, are we serious right now? We going to shout out to Tyson Chandler, but he shouldn't have won DPOY. And don't bring up that defensive player of the year when he made all defensive second team either though. Don't mention that. Don't mention that when he made second team, but he still won an award somehow. I don't know. We that's a whole nother discussion. But that's because
that typically happens throughout the NBA history, though.
That only happened twice. Don't happen like twice NBA. That only happened like twice NBA. That only happened like twice NBA.
First team win defensive player of the year.
That only happened like twice, if I'm not mistaken. Like with Marcus Gasol and Tyson Chandler. But guess what though?
Which are you taking? Which team are you taking? 2012 or 2024?
You just caught up in the damn moment right now. True.
2012, 2024.
You know better than that. It's 2012, man.
That's not. Come on.
And then this is prime Bron we're talking about. 2012 Bron is wiping the floor with 2024 Bron.
I ain't mad at that.
2012 Bron is
That's
the
one
number
person.
4 with this version of
I ain't
Bron.
mad at that.
But
Okay.
it's a team thing. But we gonna shift it over. So I'm gonna assume that you said that you're choosing 2024 The Avengers. True the King, are you choosing 2024? We got here.
Absolutely. They call the Avengers. We talking about you talking about we taking the regime team? That's what their name was, the regime team or the Avengers. Which one sounds better for one?
I like the Avengers.
Exactly. Come on now. Guess what, Herm? LeBron James could have said why he didn't call that 2012 team Avengers. He didn't even call them the Justice League. He didn't even call them the Fantastic Four. He didn't even call them the Teen Titans. They called themselves the regime team. But guess what? Fast forward 2024, the talent he got on his team, right? A guy that's he been through all the game. He been on the worst USA team to the best USA teams. And guess what he said? Man, this team's the Avengers. Assemble. Come on, man. Stop playing, man.
Zeno, we gotta hear from you, my brother Zeno.
Yo.
Which team are you taking? The Redream team or the Avengers?
Why are you laughing?
Because that was crazy. But yeah, which team are you taking?
I think it's the Avengers, I guess. The Avengers is this year, right? 2024?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think
No, who do you think is the best team ever? USA team ever.
As I said, I think it's this team. I think this team is
Okay.
I think it's this one because I think from top to bottom you have so much talent. And I think all the talent actually fits with each other when you think about it from a on the paper. I know in practice it didn't work as well as you thought because of certain issues. For example, Embiid is injured. It was actually still injured. Jason Tatum wasn't spaced on the floor like he usually should be. And having some issues, those type of stuff. But when you really sit down, you have two of the best perimeter defenders in the league on the same team. You have you have the best big defender in AD who can guard the less bruiser bigs and switch and defend on in space. You have Embiid who can guard the actual bigs, like the bruising bigs. You have Bam who can guard pretty much every position. You have elite playmakers in Steph. You have LeBron. You have even Tyrese Halliburton. Although I think that's the weakest part of this team is Tyrese Halliburton, to be honest with you. Yeah. You have so much talent and they all kind of fit with each other cohesively because certain players on the team don't need a ball.
That's what 2012 was built off on, cohesiveness. That's what they was built off on the most. Because they was more together. They played more. They looked like the real team. This team did not look like a real team. They just was led by the all-time great.
Let Zeno finish. Get ready for this haymaker too. I'm warning you, Herm. Let Zeno finish, man.
I literally said, and then there's as I said, there's playmaking, and a lot of these players can be off and on ball. As I said, Jason Tatum could be on and off ball, D-Book on and off ball, Steph on and off ball. The two guards that I already spoke about earlier on and off ball. They just have so much players that can thrive without the ball in their hands.
Hey, Sturdy, which do you think is the best Olympic team, best USA men's basketball Olympic team?
Me personally, I'm still doing the research on this. I think it's between three teams: the Avengers, the Redeem team in 08, and the '96 Dream Team 2. I think we talk about. I differentiate best from greatest. Greatest, there's no conversation. It's 92 when you evaluate their impact and also who they were. But we're talking some best, regarded taking impact out. I think it's between those three teams. Those three teams, they're all versatile. They all have a slew of two-way players. Different. They both have unstoppable factors on each of those teams. All three of those teams have shooting. They all can play up and down. And in my opinion, they all do something they all have something that's better than all the other USA teams. For the '96 Dream Team, there's no team that we put together that's a more frightening interior presence than that '96 Dream Team too. Then when you look at this version of the Avengers team, there's no team that's a better shooting team that we ever put together for Team USA. But you also look at it for '08. In my opinion, we don't get a better team with more continuity than '08. '08 team not only came off the FIBA World Championship in 2007, but also they were extra motivated to get that Olympic gold after the failure of '04. And rewatching that game, and I encourage anybody to go rewatch that Spain game, that Meta Gold game in '08. Incredible focus, incredible execution, and just like Zeno alluded to, that team had multiple versatile players that can handle the ball and score in different situations on the floor. And not to mention extremely athletic. So to me, only reason I'm not picking one now because I'm still watching these games, especially from '96 and '08. But nevertheless, I think it's between those three teams because they're simply the best. They're more versatile and they all have something that no other team can compete with.
That ain't answer the question, man.
Gun to the head. So gun to the head. Then I'm choosing the '96 Dream Team too as the best team ever.
Okay, so we got a '96. We got the '96 team. We got the one vote for the 2024. Herm, I'm assuming you choosing the '08.
Nah, the team I'm choosing. You talking about for the best of all time?
Yeah, who do you think is the best?
The '92 Dream Team. They set the standard for all these teams they were talking about. They set the standard.
All I'm gonna say is this though too is a funny thing you mentioned '96, right? Shout out to Moose Talk Sports. Shout out to In the Zone. We had this conversation late yesterday, man. And Shaq on his podcast mentioned that the competition they played was garbage.
Oh, wow.
And saying now it's harder now to win now. He said this on his own, the big podcast, wherever he said this on his podcast. So, I mean, listen, y'all can still have your opinions all you want. The man himself that played for the '96 Dream Team and says that team is the greatest of all. He's on record saying that's the greatest team of all time. Mentioned that, you know what? The comp is harder to win now than it is back then. He said the competition was trash, as his own words. So I mean, hey, take that how you want to take it. Listen, you still have your own opinion,
just like,
but that's
Shaq.
Hey.
Yeah, Shaq, just like anybody, is a human being with his own perspective, and I encourage anybody, you come to your own opinion based on how much you commit to the research, how much you commit to learning and educating yourself about the thing that you have an opinion on. So nevertheless, that is Shaq's opinion. But if you don't care about competition, I can see the other way back there too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we have
for example, True. Outside, when people critique your Patriots, outside of the people saying they cheated, right? They also talk about how quote unquote easy it was for y'all to vision for a majority of y'all run. What you reply with? It ain't our fault. We played who in front of us.
That's not mine.
We still got the job done.
That's not my
answer. Okay.
The job being done. We're not going to have a football conversation. I don't want to because that's
no. That's not it. Okay, let's take basketball.
I don't agree with that statement. I don't agree with that statement.
True. Let's take back the basketball on here on the crossover not too long ago when people describing the role of the Boston Celtics this postseason. You said the exact words. You play who you're in front of. It don't take away the Boston Celtics being the all-time great team by your perception, despite going against. But despite going against a quote-unquote weak competition.
Yeah, absolutely, though. Absolutely. But also, when I mentioned that, I talk about the skill set. Well, here's the thing. I mean, when your skill set in the basketball about the team. So it's like, at the end of the day, that's why we're having this conversation. Like, but that being said, y'all don't care. We don't talk about any other.
It should be a conversation.
But listen, here's the thing, though. We don't talk about any other U.S. Olympic team, whatever case may be, besides the team we mentioned anyway. So, like, I mean, if that, because I mentioned 2000, y'all, it's on 2000 team. I mentioned the 2021 team, y'all, it's on that team. So which one is it? Like, we can't have it both ways. Like, I'm cool with having a conversation.
Yeah, none of those teams in this conversation. To
that point. Well, I mean, why is it when it comes to skill sets and things?
Because in comparison to the talent and skill set. Because let's not pretend like that's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to disrespect no era. That '92 Dream Team was skilled. That '96 Dream Team was skilled. That '08 team, that 2012 team was skilled. This team USA, we don't put out mediocrity. They all skilled all-time greats.
What's mediocrity of getting a gold medal? Because last time I checked,
it's not. That's the point.
And going undefeated.
That's the point. All the teams that we picked won.
at the end of the day, it ain't about talent. It's also about how the talent. Like I said, that 2000 team don't get a lot of credit for how they was constructed and built. You know what I mean? KG leading that charge, and they have Vin Baker, Allen Houston, all those guys. I think Gary Payton was on that squad. And they don't get a lot of credit because they not have a quote unquote names per se. They didn't have a bunch of Hall of Famers, which is kind of gets corny. I mean, listen. At the end of the day, listen. And granted, I'm not saying 2000 is the best team of all, though. But it is fine. To your point, though, if we're talking about, it ain't about competition, right? It ain't about and we all understand that talent isn't everything. 04, look what happened in 04, because we clearly had the most talent. Look what happened, right? Then we got to talk about the nuances of the game of the basketball, how teams are being constructed, correct? So now all of a sudden it gets dismissed. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, everybody's gonna think differently in regards to like which team they think is the best. But I personally will always say it's the '92 of the Dream Team. Just like a lot of
you
people
saying that
say.
because Jordan played on the team.
Well, of course, Jordan's one of the reasons. But I think
Jordan would have played in 2000 with a cigar and be out of shape. You would have said that team.
That's the best collection of basketball talent we've ever seen. Even though some of them were out of their primes and stuff like that, I gotta go that team forever and always.
Oh, man.
But still on Olympics basketball. Still talking about the Olympics. Olympic MVP was given to LeBron James. In my opinion, this doesn't come as a shock because I do think what LeBron James did in the tournament, he rightfully so did deserve it. However, a lot of people feel like, I guess because of the last couple of performances by Stephen Curry, people feel like that he deserved it. And just like, what are y'all's thoughts on who really deserved the Olympic MVP? Like, we're talking about LeBron James, who, if I'm not mistaken, put up a triple-double in the Olympics. And I heard that putting up triple-doubles in the Olympics is very,
third
very
time in Olympic history.
Yeah, it's very, very, very rare. And just, I saw more consistency in terms of stuff getting done, like a player actually doing what they're supposed to do on the court, in my opinion, with how LeBron James played than Steph Curry. Even though, like I said, some people think Steph deserved it because the last two games pushed him over the edge. What are y'all's thoughts on who really deserved the Olympic MVP?
I think it really don't really matter.
It does.
It really don't. It's Olympics every 4 years. I mean, it's great. It's part of your NBA resume when not NBA but basketball resume when you come to the Basketball Hall of Fames and things of that nature. I mean, they also have a FIBA Hall of Fame too. So these things like that helps also, and guess whatever. But I mean, it ain't really that big of a deal. If LeBron would have won it, Steph Curry would have won it. I understand because the 6 games that do count per se outside of exhibition games, LeBron James was the most consistent, but LeBron James was only the best player, only maybe one of those games per se. Yeah, he was the most consistent for sure during the whole 6, but Curry hands down was the best player the last 2, averaging 30. Mm-hmm. I mean, he averaged 30 in the medal games, which is crazy. That's historical. So I mean 17 threes in those 2 game stretch. But that being said, LeBron, at this point, listen, this is the closest conversation MVP they're gonna get, anyway, listen, so milk it up. Hey, who cares at this point? Because I think both fan bases, they just being greedy at this point because when we start talking about the NBA, they're not gonna be in these conversations. So I don't know, it's really that big of a deal. Both of them was elite, excellent for what they did. And hey, they help us get gold. That's at the end of the day. Don't really matter at this point.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Thoughts? Shout out to LeBron getting it. A lot of people don't know this. They only did this 3 times. 04 with Ginobili, 2021 with KD, and now 2024 with LeBron. So shout out to him for getting that award. For those who are familiar with it, they base it off totality. They do include how you perform in the exhibition game as well. And basically your full body work in the Olympics, that's how they determine who's the MVP when they do give it out. So by that metric, LeBron got it by their criteria. And also these were done by all feeble mainstream media members.
Mm,
Simple. But nevertheless, I just don't think it was just LeBron who was the MVP. I think there was multiple players who showed up and showed out. Bam had a great game. AD was phenomenal during that time. Drew Holiday was doing so much of the little things and actually was hitting down key threes when we needed them. Not only the Serbia game, but also the France game too. Devin Booker committing the defense more so than everything. KD doing what KD does. That you cannot forget that 27-point show out off an injury, dude. First game out, this dude made his first 8 shots. Legendary. And then also we got Ant showing up for that Puerto Rico game. Like Team USA just showed, and everyone said it at the beginning, we're so talented. At some point, everyone gonna have their moment. And when the moment presented itself, guys did show up. And so, regardless of who got the Olympic MVP, there was phenomenal showcases done by multiple players on Team USA this year, and they all should be proud.
definitely, y'all should be proud. Zeno, Herm, do y'all have any thoughts?
I mean,
Well,
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna go
Go
ahead
ahead.
and set it off. Stephen Wildell Curry should have got MVP.
Mm, mm,
End of the day, what he did in those 2 games when we needed it the most. Because despite of the all-around complete game that people always try to use when it comes to LeBron James, which is true, that all-around game wasn't gonna beat Serbia. That all-around game wasn't gonna beat France. End of the day, it took elite shot making. It took the best 3-point shooter of all time. It took the guy that was the only guy that had it going, Stephen Wildell Curry, to bring it home twice. France had all the momentum. Had all the momentum. Well, Stephen Curry said, okay, y'all cut it down to 3. Man, just give me the ball. Man, I'm gonna do a little something, create a little space. I'm gonna shoot over 2 France defenders. I'm gonna put us back up 6 against Serbia. Hey, I know y'all ain't got it going right now, but I got faith that y'all will. I'm gonna hold this down. I'm gonna keep us in arm's reach so we can make that late run in the fourth quarter and win that game against Serbia. End of the day, the medal round games. That's when a lot of people asses get tight. That's when you see palms sweating. That's when you see a lot of guys fold, and you also see a lot of stars shine. At the end of the day, Stephen Curry shine. Came through when we needed them the most because without his performances in those 2 games, France probably would be gold medalists. Serbia would have been in the gold medal game. So at the end of the day, just off of that, I don't care about the preliminary because Kevin Durant and them lost in 2021 in the preliminaries. But guess what? When the medal games came on, Kevin Durant shined bright, got us through it, and we end up winning the gold medal. Same thing here. Stephen Wildell Curry got it, man, in my opinion.
So you,
Zeno.
yo, yeah, I'm like, I get what Herm is saying. I still have to say, at the end of the day, I'm still going to give it to LeBron because at a certain point, you have to give consistency its due. Yes, it's Wardell. I was called Steph. I don't want to say Wardell. That just sounds weird for me. Steph, when you needed him the most, was able to show up and show out against some of the what's called these best teams, especially having very elite games, if not all-time games. The 36-point against Serbia with was he like 7 of 10 shooting from 3? I think it was like 8 for 11. And then the last game where he was elite again, down the stretch of games and stuff as well. But what LeBron has been doing since he stepped into the Olympics and to the end of the Olympics, I think needs to have its credit due because to be that consistent with a lot less shots and having to pick spots of when you want to actually look for your own offense, since you are playing with a lot more better talent, so you have to think about the team a lot more. I think that needs to be given more love and praise for. That's why I think I would rather LeBron because he played the best when it comes to all of the showcase games compared to Steph, who had high highs but he had low lows.
that's facts. From what I got, Curry shot 8 from 13 in that game, in that crazy game. And it says before going into the semi and the finals, Curry, I don't know how true this is, but this is what I saw. Curry was averaging like 7 points.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
No, that's facts. That's facts.
Yeah, was averaging 7.2 points per game heading into the semis. And then in the semifinals, he would combine. He would have 60 points on 90% true shooting with 17 from 26 from 3. So he scored like 31% of Team USA's total 190 points in the last 2 games. Like those last 2 games of Steph Curry really, I don't think that they overshadow, because I think LeBron James still deserves it because of consistency, like Zito said, because consistency is really the end all be all. And from what A30 said, if they're including also the exhibition games, then LeBron definitely deserves it. So yeah, I think people just it's Steph, and he went crazy. Which is why
I mean, I don't know, but who is it? We talking about Olympic MVP? Who really like? I mean, listen, it's something,
true.
but
that shouldn't,
bro. Like at the end of the day, like the end season Cup MVP maybe hold more weight than the MVP of Olympics. Like, I mean, come on, like y'all really.
I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
Y'all really gassing this up.
Nah, true.
Like,
if you're comparing the Olympic MVP with end season MVP, let's be honest, there's more on the line on the Olympic gold medal than opposed to the end season tournament.
No, it's not. I'm getting 500K. If what you talking about?
No, there's more on the line from a narrative standpoint.
I don't nobody's harping.
No, nobody's harping.
I got family
on the Pacers. No one's harping on the Pacers getting smacked in the finals in the NCAA tournament. You know what the narratives would have been? No what would have happened if we'd have lost to France, nigga?
Hey, listen. That's cool. That's cool. I'd rather get that cash in my pocket. I got family to feed, bro. I mean, that's cool and all dandy and all that, but hey, I understand. I respect it, but I got family to feed at the end of the day.
And also, like, what people don't know, what you was alluding to, yes, you do only get paid $37,000 from winning the gold medal for the U.S. However, the millions that you make just for being a gold medalist comes with that on the back end.
I mean, yeah, that's not everybody. Yeah, everybody going to approve whatever that's everybody getting $1 million. Bro, Christian ain't getting no $1 million. So let's cut that out, bro. Let's no. He's not getting $1 million advertising. No, he did not no advertising. Let's stop that.
Where's the lady one of the greatest college players ever, nigga? Don't do that.
All right, there was no NIL deals back then. It was no NIL deals back then. It was no NIL deals back then. It was no NIL back then. You just reaching now. Ben Baker did not get no $1 million of advertisement. Let's stop it, bro. Let's stop. I can keep naming.
I ain't talking about Ben Baker. I'm talking about this year. I'm talking about this. You trying to go back 30 years. I'm talking about this year.
You just said Christian Lander.
It just happened. It just happened last week. It just happened.
Everybody benefits for being an Olympic gold. Like the Wheatie boxes and just your name and the Olympic gold medals, whatever. That's always been a thing. But like, come on, bro. Like nobody care about an Olympic MVP like that. That's the case. Put Manu Ginobili in high regards. Like
no, that's not what I said. I said true. There's more on the line in a medal game than opposed to NCAA tournament game. NCAA tournament comes every year now. Olympics only come once every 4 years.
You sound like Carmelo Anthony right now when he said,
and who's a Hall of Famer? Who's the Hall of Famer? We're not going to disrespect Melo. One of the greatest Olympians of all time.
He disrespected himself, saying that he wouldn't trade no 3 gold medals for no NBA championship too. You sound like that right there.
Well, I mean,
Hall of Famer.
Boy, man.
You talking about an NCAA tournament, nigga? We talking about.
I'm just saying. Listen. I'm just saying. I'd rather be an NCAA tournament champion than having an Olympic gold medal, man. I may be on that stance. I may be on that stance. I may be on that stance now. At the end of the day, listen.
Tournament over. We're tweaking.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm all about my bread. I'm getting 500K. I'm getting 500K.
We gotta move on down from that. But anyways, both of those 2 players, LeBron James and Steph Curry, did end up making it the Olympic All-Star team, along with Nikola Jokic, who is also an NBA player, and so the other 2 that I cannot think of off the dome. Before we move on to women's basketball, we have one more thing, a question to ask everybody. I don't know if y'all did all research on this, but I'm gonna ask y'all. After watching the Olympics and other teams across, other players play from all over this country, world. Who do you think should be in the NBA? Was there a player that stood out that you feel like could play in the NBA?
Absolutely. Yabusele, man. He
That's
was
it.
he.
That's
One,
it.
it's a couple other people though, but Yabusele, you got Cormier. I mean, you got some folks over there. The one dude that won defensive player of the since y'all talking about awards, the Olympic MVP was the only award awarded. You know, they had they had the teams, and you know they had the first team, they had the second team, they had the defensive player of the year, they had like the breakout star with Wemby won. They had all that, but I guess hey, I'm capping, but people pick and choose. Listen, at the end of the day, like I think, yeah, it's a lot of people though. It's a lot of people named. Like I think, like here's the thing about making the NBA, because you can be in the G League, right, and be in a 2-week contract making NBA. Like in court, I think a lot of these guys, I mean, majority of these guys could probably do that, right? Be the end of the bench guys and not play and things of that nature. But I think also the real question is like how many people can be in the NBA and really get rotational minutes? That's the thing. I mean, because it's a lot of people can be in the NBA, but that being said, why would I want to be in the NBA, be in a 2-way contract, or be on the end of the bench where I can get paid more money playing overseas and being more featured more? Look at Pat Beverly. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's an NBA player. He could be in the NBA now, but guess what? He about to be a first option over there and over there. So listen, and he getting paid more money. You know what I mean? So those dynamics there in itself, like. Yeah, I mean, I think making the NBA, which I think a lot, like, listen, Olympic gold medal, playing these teams for their country, like a lot of these guys are playing high level. So, I mean, we see this. So you got to see guys competing, get the NBA guys. So, like, they got to be cold. So the question is, can they crack the rotation? That's my thing. It's like, I think some of them can. The dude, what's the one dude that won defensive player of the year of the Olympics on Serbia? I think he could. I forgot. I can't pronounce his name. Guy's name. Shayok, yeah, Shayok, yeah. What's the dude from Brazil? Maybe he could get some minutes. I don't know. He had like 30 on us. I don't know. Maybe he could get like it's a couple of people.
It's okay. Yeah,
So be shoot. So
a lot of people, but it goes back to your point. Basically, some of these people will probably come over here and be.
I got one for you.
Go ahead, Herm. Drop the name.
My old boy from Dominican Republic, Gene Montero. I may be saying his name wrong. He ever
played the Olympics?
I think he did. Yes, they just got the. I think they didn't make the. They didn't make the.
Oh.
They didn't make it.
Oh, you talking about a general? Okay.
Yeah, just talk about a general. I think he can eventually make it to the pros if he get the right opportunity. I think he's got a lot of ability. He could play guard in this league. He could score on all 3 levels. Got a great handle. Could penetrate defenses. I like it. I like him a lot, man. A lot of people don't know, but look him up, man. Look up Gene Montero. He played for the Dominican Republic. They didn't make it, but he's legit, man.
Any other names y'all want to throw out there?
Hey Mario. Don't y'all got some Olympic Grizzlies who play in this Olympic tournament too?
I know. Okay, Zach Edey, he didn't play. I know he didn't play.
What?
I'm probably forgetting somebody. Are you just talking about in general, or
Triple J for FIBA?
Dylan Brooks. No, he didn't play with Grizzlies.
Dylan Brooks played. There was the guy that I cannot think of his name. There was a guy, but he didn't really play well. He used to play for us, but he didn't play. He doesn't play for us now. He chose to go back overseas. Zach Edey, he didn't play. He turned it down.
Tremont Waters, he played for Puerto Rico. I mean, he played for a little bit in NBA, played for the Soldiers a little bit. He could be an NBA roster. Like I say, these guys, like, yeah, making an NBA roster is one thing, but how long you going to be in the NBA and how many minutes you're going to get in your role, that's the real thing. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah, like you said, yeah.
You know what I
mean? But yeah, I don't think anybody on the Grizzlies played overseas. I could be wrong. Please correct me. But yeah. Okay. Before we move on to the women's, I need y'all to like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
And do we have an Amazon ad, or do I have to talk about it? Or do we?
Yeah, we got Amazon. I'm putting a link now. Also, man, we got the Amazon Live. We on live right now on Amazon. And my John froze. But then we got products on there. We got the products on there right now. If you want your earphone, hold on, let me the exact earphone. Like I said, go over there on the live on Amazon. Go like over there, follow us over there. You know what I mean? Also, you get percentage off. You got the microphone. We got mics, man, vocal microphone. If you doing podcasts like this, if you want to start doing content or whatever, or be on panels like this, you know, we got microphones out there for like then we got like a electric warmer tray. That's neat right there. Electric warmer tray. So you got your food. You watching us right. Let's say you watching us right now. You got your food and everything. Heat your food up. You know what I mean? That's kind of dope. Then you got let me see. It's a bunch of other things too up there too. Mug, from a Stanley Cup. You know, Stanley Cup's expensive. So like I say, if you mind you, when you go on the live, watch on Amazon Live too. You click it, you get 20% off all these products. So listen, $50, 20% off. You do the math. You know, be $30 right there. Like listen, man. So
go hop on that for real. That's a deal.
Crocs. Hey, you want some Crocs? Listen, you got some all black Crocs right there. Listen, it's $40. Hey, you get 20% off. You get percent off when you go on the Amazon link. Click that link. Go watch this. You can buy. You can watch this and buy products that you're liking at the same time. You can't beat that, man. Can't beat that. There's other hold on. I'm not even finished. You got like I said, air tag. You know, people lose different things and things of that nature. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Some of y'all be losing your minds in this chat sometimes. Listen, you got the air tag. Find what you want to know. Hey, you can find Unbreakable Apple, of course. Like you said, you got Apple products. Yeah, that's decent price. Like I said, 20% off. You know, you go on the Amazon link right now. I'm about to drop again. You watch at the same time and get your products.
Remember, you have to hit the like on the link in the Amazon. Hit the like on the video in order to get your discount on those products. We crossover, baby. We crossover on topics and crossover on platforms.
AirPods for $108. They already on sale for $108, right? $108.99 to be exact. You click that. You do what Sturdy says. You go click on the Amazon Live, right? You go click that like. Follow us and everything, and then you get your percentage off on that. Bam, less than $100 for from Apple AirPods. You can't beat that. You know what I mean?
True. You telling me if I already got an Amazon Prime account that already gave me 10% off on certain products, I can also stack it up with this FYF disco account. Now what you telling me, bro?
That's exactly what I'm telling you. Hey,
dang,
you got your fire. Hey, you got your fire sticks. You know what I mean? Everybody, you know how fire sticks be valuable. I don't gotta get you all that. You got your fire sticks. You know what I mean? You go on there, like, hey, go rock and check us out, man. Go listen. We're on multiple platforms, not just on YouTube. We on Twitter. Hey, shout out everybody on Twitter. Shout out everybody on Amazon Live, man. We rocking. We doing, man. Drop the link again. Bam. You know what I mean? Shout out to Young Africa. You know what I mean? Promo. I mean, listen. Hey,
Young Africa.
Hey,
Young Africa.
Hey, man, listen, man. Listen, W Promo, true. True, but 20% off, man. Hey, you getting a strike on the channel? No, I ain't gonna get on that. But listen, anyway, anyway, though, man. Like I said, go check that link. You know, I said check that. Go click the link and get percentage off on these products, man. Y'all messing out, man. And also keep enjoying the content when you're over there too. Because when you click there, you still be watching us.
That 20% sure help my ass out. I ain't gonna lie. That 20%.
But I gotta use it.
I needed every bit of it. I ain't gonna lie.
But just like Trina King said, please go check out the Amazon link and get a discount on whatever you choose to purchase from us and through us. Now, moving on, we now get to talk about my favorite section, women's basketball. The USA women's basketball team also came back home with gold. We also faced France in the championship game, the gold medal game. We won 67-66. And when I tell y'all this was a game, it was a game. And I hated that it came on a Sunday morning, 8:30 in the morning. Okay, so if you're wondering why the views are so low, that's right. Because who was watching the game at 8:30 in the morning on a Sunday? Who is? I was, though, because I love the WNBA. But I was up watching it, and I was even watching it at church. That was a game. If I'm not mistaken, France took like a 10-point lead in the third quarter. And in that quarter, Team USA was able to come back and win the game, sealing it in the fourth with having a phenomenal performance by Kalia Copper, who put up 10 points in the fourth quarter to drive us home to gold. This means that this is the women's basketball part. This is Team USA. They have now won 8 consecutive gold medals, which I told y'all we were gonna do, whether we had those 2 rookies on our squad or not. And their 61st straight Olympic victory. This is us. This is what we do. We were dominant. If you watch the game, Asia Wilson did struggle. However, she was still able to put up 21 points and accumulate 13 reboundings, once again demonstrating why she is one of the best basketball players in the world, and obviously the best women's basketball player in the world. She also came back home with that Olympic MVP right by her name. That girl about to have so many awards in one year. I'm happy about it.
Here go Herm, man.
I get myself off. Wait, I'm almost done.
I'm messing with you.
Kelsey Plum and Kalia Copper, they both put up 12 points in this game. And like I said, Kalia Copper, a majority of her points came in the fourth quarter, in which she had 10, like I stated earlier. Shout out to Gabby Williams, who was one of our opponents, who actually is not from here, obviously, but she played for UConn here, and she also did play in the WNBA. However, I don't think she's on the team right now, but people are looking to get her back because she played a hell of a game in the championship game. She had 19 points, and she showed us why she's the best overseas player in the world. She also almost took the game home because she shot a 2-pointer at the buzzer to show how clutch she was. Unfortunately, France needed a 3 to tie it and send it into overtime. And y'all, if it had went into overtime, we probably would not have won with the way France played us. We can tell that the level of competition is getting closer and closer and closer in the men's and the women's basketball world. But that was just a hell of a game. What stood out to y'all the most when watching this game? Did y'all watch it first of all?
I really didn't watch. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch like that. I saw a little bit of it. Like I said, it's like
it's a reason why.
I mean, we get it. I mean, maybe. Hey, I'm not going to listen. All right, I saw the playbook. So my way, Herm. I mean, I'm not which. I mean, that could be maybe a reason, but like, I mean, hey, I think still though, like having a game that early. I mean, people think I do it Sunday. People got church and people got things to do and everything. People want to relax. I don't know, man. I mean, I also think people thought it was going to be an easy win for you. Because, like, so you won 8 straight gold medals at this point. I mean, and like, I mean, people don't have the same.
Which is the longest streak in Olympic history right now.
Yeah. So what? I mean, hey. So it's like, I mean, that being said, man, how I saw the highlights a little bit. I saw Gabby Williams is like that, man. Gabby Williams is like that, you know what I mean? To a point where Adrian Reese was trying to recruit her back to Chicago Sky, man. Yeah. She said, but I mean, that's neither. I mean, but Gabby said they did it dirty though. So she played overseas, and mind you, overseas she's getting that bag. Of course, I think she's like a EuroLeague champion, Euro Cup champion, French champion. I mean, listen, she's phenomenal. She's phenomenal, man. So like, listen, man, she took her career in her own hands. Said, listen, all right, y'all gonna disrespect me? Watch this, and hey, she got a silver medal, and shout out to her. But hey. Once again, dominance. I ain't talking about this men's basketball too, man. We 8 straight goals, man. Y'all caught up. Y'all caught up, man. Tell y'all step your games up. Men, women, children can get it. And y'all been losing. Losers, man. If you ain't first, then you're last, man. Shout out to if you ain't first, then you're last. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. If you ain't first, then you're last. When it comes to our teenagers under 18, 17U, when it comes to the women, when it comes to the men. At the end of the day, we reign supreme. But I won't be biased to that though. They won't call me. When I be talking like that, I ain't biased no more. You know what I mean? When I be talking about Team USA basketball, but like that's neither here or there, man. Listen, I'm gonna keep on being biased because we're the best. We always gonna be the best. Asia Wilson, Olympic MVP. Come on now. Shout out Breonna Stewart. Stewart too.
Yeah.
Hey man, enough of this nice stuff with this.
Wait, we gotta let Zeno cook because we know you gonna come with the bad news. Let's
Ooh, you lucky, man. You
I'll
lucky. You're holding me back.
I'll be real with you. I didn't even know that the game was going on today, so I actually have nothing to say here.
You a fake Agent Wilson fan. You a fake Agent Wilson fan, bro.
I apologize.
Yo,
I
go
apologize.
played in
I
her
ain't gonna
first
lie.
Olympics. And, all right, bro. You got it, bro. You got it, man.
I
You got it.
apologize. I failed my
No, don't
Asian lesson.
apologize to me. Apologize to her. Sit at
That's
her.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I apologize. Hazina's on the word limit. It's crazy.
That's crazy. Hey, that man Renegade
Yeah.
disappointed, boy. That shout out to Renegade from In the Zone, man. Salute to hey, that's
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Herm. Go ahead and shame the women because we know that's what you got to do.
It's everything I said happened was the truth. Nobody was worried about Team USA women's basketball. They had the lowest ratings out of all the Olympics. Nobody was really tuned in. And like I said, they dropped the ball by not having Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark on the team. People just would have tuned in just off that alone. They probably would have had the highest ratings in the Olympics. At the end of the day, like I said, women's basketball took a hit because of their stupidity, because of their pride, and because of agendas that they created just so they could do what they want to do instead of giving the people what they want. It's about the people. This is sports and entertainment. So when it comes to sports and entertainment, you're trying to satisfy the people, in which the women's have failed to do so. This was boring basketball. It was bad basketball. Diana Taurasi was horrible throughout the whole
He was a
Olympics.
hater.
You said we said Brittany Griner was a no show in the whole Olympics as well. Could have kept her ass where she was at.
Hold on.
But end of the day, it was only two players that showed up: Adrian Wilson and Breonna Stewart. All them other women was bums. Like how we would cook the men's. They were straight total bums. At the end of the day, I see why nobody tuned in. I see why they had the lowest ratings because it was bad basketball. It was not entertaining. And for them to use excuses of why they didn't put Angel Reese or Kayla Clark on the team, it shows you how stupid they are. It shows you that the women's game will never grow. And I'm telling you now, they need a new commissioner, and Mario should be the commissioner in the WNBA. But hell, as long as she don't make them dumbass mistakes that they've been making for us, the WNBA and the Olympic team, it just was a travesty. It just was a shame. And hell, this is disgrace to basketball. Period. About that shit show of the Olympics for the women's game. It was a poor display of the women's game in that Olympics. To be completely honest.
Okay, so my thing is, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't get how it's a very negative thing. We talking about a whole nother basketball player from a whole nother country. How is a bad thing about the game, a growth of it? Listen, we're not gonna get if like Angel Reese and Kayla Clark, where they would have got the views up, nobody gonna argue that. Like it's obvious, right? But at the end of the day, like we already talked about how the process of being on this team, about how they do things, about having training camp every summer leading up to every Olympics every year. Like not every year, but every 4 years, whatever case may be. That being said, though, the struggles of this team, to your point about the struggles of this team, Andrew Reese and Kayla Clark wasn't going to fix that, besides just adding viewership. So regardless of if they was on the team or not to your point, in terms of viewership, whatever the case may be, nobody argue that. I think that's a beating the dead horse at this point. Nobody, I mean, it's Andrew Reese and Kayla Clark. They're the they're superstars in their own rights for a reason, right? But at the end of the day, the object is to win the gold medal. I mean, it's not like now if you would have said something like, okay, they would have helped elevate this team in certain areas, then okay, you have a much bigger point of why they're not on this team. But Caitlin Clark, that wouldn't help defensively, of course, and then her turn the ball over in her young career at the high rate as she does. I mean, yeah, she's a good passer, but Andrew Reese too with the like certain aspects in that, and how many minutes she would even play like that, just besides being a name on the bench, being people would love like. You know what I mean? You got Angel Wilson and Brandon Stewart. There ain't a lot of minutes to go around like that in her position, and that's that in that standpoint. So, I mean, listen, listen. In a perfect world situation, I think we all agree that Angel Reese and Caleb Clark would be on the team. But it is what it is. It is what it. They didn't. They won. At the end of the day, the most important thing, they won a gold medal. At the end of the day, Olympic gold medal, 8 straight, by the way. So and showcasing, like I said, the world is not just not caught up per se. but they're catching up. You seeing Gabby Williams, getting her name out there, and now people will clamor her to. She may be in the NBA soon or play in America soon. You know what I mean? Whatever, So I think that's how I look at how dope that is.
Some people made some points in the comments, which I'll obviously touch on. Up y'all stated the fact that they reached 7 million viewers. They reached a max of, not a max, but they averaged 7 million viewers once again on a Sunday morning. A Sunday morning, they had 7 million people tune in. On top of that, it peaked at 10.9 million in the morning when people are at church.
That's dope. Or work. If this is Sunday, you know how that be.
Exactly.
I know Zena wasn't one of them.
Yeah, Zena was one. So that to me, it's still growth because I don't care. That's still growth to me. And then again, when you come back,
that ain't no damn growth when it's about to
that
go
is
bankrupt.
Isn't that the highest?
That ain't no
that's
damn
one of the highest in WNBA history.
This was the worst basketball performance ever in women's Olympic history. This was terrible. This was terrible, man. This was the worst display we ever seen. We always see complete games. We always see a complete team that everybody served. You down there had different players leading the league. It was nothing but Breonna Stewart and Aja Wilson. That's it. None of them other women showed up. They was bums.
No.
But that's complete bums.
It's the
same. It was boring. It was not fun to watch. Even True the King, you could take up 4, but nigga, you ain't even watching.
It's the same way with the
I said I didn't watch one game. I ain't say I watched one game.
It was not.
You said the whole run it wasn't good. Like,
the WNBA dropped the ball, but not having Kayla Clark and Angel Reese in it. This was bad basketball. And for people to act like it was good basketball, that's total BS. That's total BS to act like it was good basketball. It
was a competitive game.
Bad basketball. The game was boring.
Almost every single game.
Man, USC could have beat France. USC could have beat France. Connecticut could have beat France. Connecticut could have beat France. Who gives a damn? Man, that was boring. That was bad basketball.
At the end of the day, you would expect Asia and Breonna to be the two players that take over when you need them to the most. That was common knowledge coming into the Olympics. Asia is going to be the best player on the team. It's the same way with the men's basketball team. You still expect LeBron, KD, or Steph to be at least one of them are supposed to be the best basketball players on the team. And they showed that in the Olympics. The same with Asia and Breonna. We see why these two were a finalist for MVP last year and could possibly be again a finalist this season. We understand it. Also want to point out someone in the chat kept mentioning the coaching. The coaching was horrible. It was complete ass. I did not agree with a lot of the lineups that were put out there. But these girls, they still went out there and kicked some ass. So at the end of the day, like I stated before, it's not about viewership. We came back home with the gold. On top of that, we still made history. So that's the end of it. And shout out to the women's basketball, Team USA basketball team for once again proving why we are the most dominant league in terms of female basketball in the world. That's what we do. We will get those two ladies in the next 4 years. You will get to see those, and we shall.
If I'm Angel Reese, I wasn't playing this shit. If I'm Kayla Clark, I wasn't playing this shit.
That's not
I
gonna
wasn't
happen.
playing this shit. I'm going to indulge in this shit. And the shit show we just witnessed. Diana Taurasi looking terrible.
But my whole
Brittany
thing is
Griner
this, though.
ain't do a damn thing. Chelsea Plum was just there. She was just trying to be by some man, whoever she was trying to kick it with. She played terrible. Nobody played good but two goddamn players, and we gonna sit up here and act like it was exciting to watch. It was great basketball. That was terrible display of basketball. And hell, man, it's a disgrace to the women's game.
Defense is terrible now. Defense is terrible now.
It was the disgrace of the women's game.
I mean, that viewership.
Total disgrace.
The viewership that got you got fact checked. The viewership you fact checked on.
We gonna ask ChatGTP right now. Then
how many viewers again?
How many viewers again? They had the lowest ratings.
We gonna
ask ChatGTP, and I'm gonna send you the damn results.
That's pretty good. That's pretty.
I'm gonna send you the damn results.
That's pretty good. The point is
That's
though,
exactly.
the point is though, like the viewership was trash. The viewership says something different. Like 7 million. Like, I don't know what we're trying to argue about. Like that. You can't argue. And then like first of all, my like I said, my point. How is it a bad taste? We talk about the facts and matter. Like the fact. Like I clearly said like if Adrian Reese and Kayla Clark were on the team, like okay, cool. If they would have played bad, would you say if you put them on a team and they would have played bad, what would you have said?
They would not have
Oh,
cared because they just would have
okay.
been focused on the fact that they were on the team to begin with.
Exactly. Okay. So I mean, so my whole thing is like, we get it. We get that aspect. You want them on the team. I want them on the team, but okay, if they would have played bad, then it's like, oh, what's the conversation of that too? Tarasi, 42 years old. Okay, cool. And now she's not gonna be in the next Olympics. Okay, whatever. Who cares? Who cares at the end of the day? Like my whole thing is though, it's just y'all just gashing stuff up for no reason. Like my whole thing, what does it have to do with the growth of the women's basketball? I mean, we can talk about where it needs to be. There's a lot of changes, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. But there's a lot of things that it needs to be changed and fixed and need to grow, which nobody gonna deny. Yeah, there's a lot of work the WNBA need to do. But talk about how Brown Stewart and what's her name? I forgot her name. Starting the league next year, January 25th, where they're going to profit, where competitive wages around the world, while women and then each fee and ownership too. Talk about that, about the growth of the game. Saying since there ain't no growth in the game, like come on, bro, y'all just like y'all don't watch. Like I say before, and I said this a couple weeks ago. A lot of y'all in the chat don't watch women basketball. I consider myself a casual fan. I don't like I said. I'm not into. I don't watch every game. I ain't gonna lie. I never was. I'm a casual women basketball
Casual
fan. But guess what?
bandwagon fan. You gotta put the bandwagon
I'm
up there.
not. I'm
You
not
gotta
no
put the bandwagon.
bandwagon. I'm not no bandwagon. I want to say I'm a bandwagon.
What team are you a fan of? True.
No,
What team are you a fan of
I'm
again?
at this point right now. There's no reason for me to leave the Aces so far. So I'm
Okay.
You're an Aces fan.
I'm an
Okay.
Aces
Ain't
fan.
nothing wrong with
You
that,
know what I
true.
mean?
Ain't
I'm
nothing
not.
wrong
I'm
with
not.
that.
I mean, I'm just saying though. Like I don't. As of
Well,
right
who won the
now,
chip last year? Who won the chip last year?
the Aces, bro. The Aces.
Vegas.
He won.
Okay.
He won
That
it the
mean
year before
you
that.
know what? I don't think you understand the term of bandwagon is though, because Aces started off bad this year, and I could either jumped
That is
on the
true.
other team. So it's like I stick through.
So you could have
I
just
stick
believed in
through.
the talent and stayed.
I stick through the up and lows. So that's not bandwagon. Don't stick through the up and lows. So that's not. I mean, I don't care. Like if I'm a bandwagon, I'm a bandwagon. But
That's just
all I
not
know
true.
is this.
Alright.
All I know is this though. The point is though, we it's a lot of things to talk about the growth of the game. We're gonna talk about the negative things that like, bro, who cares? Like at the end of the day, they won't listen. Hey, bandwagon casual is nasty. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I've been an Aces fan. That's like my only WNBA team I ever said, yeah, this is my team. It's the Aces. So like, cool. I can do what I want to do. I can do what I want to do.
They remind you of the Celtics, huh?
No, not really. Similarities, but not really.
But
okay.
but the point is, what's your point? For like you were saying, sorry before I cut you
Oh
off.
yeah, but like I said before, like I mean, they're like y'all be there. We understand that the WNBA got long work to do of trying to get better, but y'all don't like I said, a bunch of people in the chat that had talking about bad takes. Y'all don't watch women basketball like that. Y'all don't. And I'm a casual women basketball fan. So like let's stop that. And when I told y'all a couple weeks ago to drop the link, when I dropped the link, whatever, and none of y'all had nothing to say, y'all was quiet like church mouse. But like that's neither here nor there. Like, come on. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? It was so bad. 30 was trying to save y'all. Some no, ain't not true. They ain't true. They do watch the game. True. They watch WNBA. No, they don't. They don't. And like I said, I shout out to Gabby Williams too. Because she looks. Hey, she may get a contract soon.
I need her on Chicago. Angel.
That ain't probably happening. She told him she dubbing that. So she said that Chicago did her dirty. Hold on, we're gonna be talking about team WNBA team doing dirty too, man.
We gotta get next. We gotta get into that. Now going into WNBA news. Yesterday, it was reported that Derica Hamby is filing a legal lawsuit, a federal lawsuit. Oh my gosh. against the WNBA and the Las Vegas Aces, which is her former team, because Derica Hamby now plays for the Los Angeles Sparks, alleging discrimination and retaliation over her being pregnant. Now, the time span of this happening, of her going through this situation, is about 2022 to, we're gonna say this year, because lawsuits and everything has been happening. So I'm gonna end it this year. Um, Derica Hamby's lawyers allege that being traded caused harm, including loss of promotional and/or endorsement opportunities, relocations to a more unfavorable tax environment, and the denial of a chance to participate for back-to-back WNBA championships. Because if I'm not mistaken, she was a key player, not a key player, but she was with the Las Vegas Aces in 2022 when they did win the championship that year. However, she would not return in a 2023 season. She would be with the Sparks. The WNBA has a spokesperson, and they told multiple media outlets that officials are reviewing the complaints. Now, this was reported in 2020, like the early years of 2023. We were basically, the media basically told the public that Derica Hamby was filing a lawsuit against the WNBA because of discrimination, like I stated before, because of her pregnancy. The WNBA did handle it at the time it first came out that she would be suing, whatever. And like I said, the WNBA handled it. Becky Hammon, the punishments that they faced was Becky Hammon was suspended 2 games without pay for violating league and team policies. And they rescinded the Aces 2025 first round draft pick. However, now she's suing again because she did not feel like those punishments were really on par with what she faced. But yeah, she's taking it farther because, like I said, she didn't feel like the WNBA's response was enough. And basically, like, it's just a lot of stuff basically implying that Derica Hamby being pregnant was a very negative thing for the team, for the organization. Becky Hammon made that very, very known in a phone call. That was a conversation that was given to us in documents. When Derica Hamby did ask Becky Hammon, "Am I being traded for being pregnant?" I'm gonna say this is all alleged because I don't want to get all alleged, y'all. And Becky Hammon asked Derica Hamby, like, "What am I supposed to do? What do you want me to do?" So kind of implying it. She signed a 2-year contract that would give her 2 more years with the Las Vegas Aces, which would have been 2022 through 2024. And in it basically implied that she was not supposed to get pregnant. It didn't exactly say it; it just implied it. And she ended up getting pregnant again with her second child, Legend, and all hell broke loose with her and what she had to deal with the organization. And it's kind of crazy because she was asked like Becky told Erica the next day that her time with the team is up. And that she should pick a place like Los Angeles or Atlanta. And within a week, the team publicly announced that Derica Hamby had been traded to the Los Angeles Sparks. So this whole situation is very crazy and very unfortunate for basically the organization, players, everybody that's involved in it. But this does raise a question of like how pregnant women are treated in certain businesses and practices. Now, I know, Herm, you have a lot to say about this off air. So I'm going to let you go ahead and go first. What are your thoughts and what is your stance on this whole situation involving Derica, Becky, and the Aces in the WNBA? Herm, are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm here. I think it's a disgrace. I just think that end of the day, the WNBA has had an agenda for years, and you could lean towards many things. The heterosexual woman, may feel some type of way that's playing in the W. Look at Skylar Diggins, the backlash she says she went through just by her just being a straight woman, by her being a married woman. How they didn't really accept her in locker rooms. I think what Baker Hammond did, you see how the NBA did email Udoka because of things that happen in everyday life consistently. He got fired for doing something that men do all the time. But with Baker Hammond, the same energy needs to get kept, and I think she should be fired immediately. I don't think it's no holds barred. I think that people shouldn't give her a pass or nothing. She should be fired immediately. That was egregious. That was disrespectful to Derica. It's a shame how she treated her. And when you look at work labor laws, y'all, if y'all understand your basic work labor laws, many of Derica Hamby's rights were just violated just off of that alone because at the end of the day, she was at a place of work. And with her getting treated like that, that they violated many laws. Um, the front office of the Las Vegas Aces, they need to step down. All of them need to step down and resign immediately. The WNBA commissioner needs to step down as well. She dropped the ball on numerous occasions for the growth of the game. All the money that they putting into making this league grow is being thrown to shambles off of other things that I've been talking about. But with this type of stuff here, you gotta clean this whole thing up. So the Las Vegas Aces got to clean up with a new front office. They got to clean it up with a new coach and the WNBA commissioner, which is the worst commissioner of all the sports. This should be the reason to get her up out of here so we could put somebody in place that can elevate this league into new heights, elevate this league to places that has never been, elevate this league to the point where they don't have to rely on the NBA. These type of things right here will keep holding them back because all they go look at the WNBA and people. This may be controversial what I say, but they go look at the WNBA. Man, all it is women that's trying to be men. With these
But
type of
that's
actions right here, now these type of actions right here will have just a general casual person that don't really know too much will sit up there and say, man, all it is just a bunch of women trying to be men. And you don't want that type of label put on you. Because the actions like this, it will make people have that type of label put on them.
What is
We could sit
Grant?
up there, you could try to defend them. It's no defending this BS. There's no offending this. There's no
What Brandon
defending this.
Cash talking about? Herman agreeing with you. Like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Like, bro,
Brandon,
you
because
weird, bro.
he okay. So Brandon Cass asked, "What specifically do you think that the Las Vegas Aces did wrong in this whole situation?"
Allegedly, if it's true, that they want her to be pregnant and they trade her for that. Let's and Brandon Cash. I don't. The fact that you are a quote unquote self proclaimed lawyer, and, like your comprehension skills is like it's terrible. Um,
But yeah, the
if I
all sorry.
last time I checked, the Aces is a better situation than the Los Angeles Sparks. Especially at that time, Sparks was like garbage, if I'm not mistaken, right? Sparks was garbage. Like I mean, they got the number one. They had like number one pick. They had like a high pick in the draft for a reason. So you getting traded, and granted, I mean Los Angeles, LA. I mean it's not a nice place, whatever. But when it comes to the Aces, are a building a dynasty, a winning organization, and you get traded because you're pregnant, that is some type of damage. I mean, I don't know what you if you getting traded to a worse team when you was already in a better situation. Yeah, that is some type of thing to look at, of why you will be suing because you got pregnant, which you had the right to be pregnant. You know what I mean? So it's like there you go right there. Like that's I don't. It's not about her getting paid, bro. It's like yeah, she got paid, but you trying to tell
Mm,
me I'm planning it. I mean, and granted, I understand that, but no. And listen, anybody can trade you for anybody can trade you to trade you. But if you getting traded because you get pregnant, that's a whole nother issue. Like I don't think you understand that.
But it
Oh, self-proclaimed
also
lawyer.
it was alleged that she was given certain things like that was also like violating I think the staff agreed that they would pay the tuition of her daughter and and give Derica like housing or whatever. I don't think that was.
And they asked for her medical records, which is
Oh
illegal.
yeah, they dove into her medical records too,
which is legal.
as well.
They were trying.
Yeah.
Which
So
is illegal, Brandon Cat.
Yeah, which is illegal. My whole thing, though, in regards to her getting pregnant, I think that there's two ways to look at this because as a woman, me personally, but this is just me, like my thought process. If I'm if I have a job or like a career that I feel like if I was to do something at this moment, it could do something in my workforce, then I just wouldn't do it. Like I can't be upset. I mean, we're talking about Derica Hamby prior the season prior to when she was there because she had won with the Las Vegas Aces, and if I'm not mistaken, she was a 6-man with the Las Vegas Aces, and she was a key player basically with the team. And so that just shows me her importance. They needed a body. They wanted Derica. And if she gets pregnant, and they can't use her like they want to use her because she's pregnant. She can't do everything that she's supposed to do as a basketball player. So I feel like the Aces had every right to be upset with her. And I think that they had every right to trade her off, to be honest.
And it's also alleged too. I mean,
yeah, alleged. All alleged.
All this stuff is alleged about
alleged.
The promises and things of that nature was in the contract or not in the contract or whatever. She could be lying to try and get a quick come up and get some money, whatever. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, like I said, but also if it is real, it is a real thing, then hey, justice need to be served then. That's how I look at it, because we need to, until further more information comes out, that's how I look at it, man. Hope my Aces didn't do nothing wrong like that. That'd be crazy. I was like, now I definitely got to switch the team. I may have to switch the team, man. That's crazy. But hey, like I said, everything's all alleged. Who knows who's telling the truth or not, and things never. So, hey, man.
But yeah, it's a huge deal because now people obviously want Becky Hammond fired. I don't think she'll get fired. I do think she'll get suspended a couple of games, but I don't think she'll get fired. As for the players, a lot of people feel like the players on the team should step up. In my opinion, I don't think that they should say anything while the law is basically working. I feel like they should keep their mouths closed and just let the higher up handle the situation. Let the higher up handle the situation, and we shall see how it plays out. But anyways, Derica Hamby is having a good ass season though. She's playing phenomenal basketball. You could argue that she's a top 5, top 10 player in the league. She's over there leading I ain't gonna say she's leading the Sparks because Rakia is over there as well, and Rakia has been holding it down with the absence of Cameron Brink. But Derica's balling. She might win Most Improved Player. So just shout out to her. And the Las Vegas Aces are obviously doing just fine without her too. I think that she's upset that she wasn't gifted the ring in 2023.
I would.
She played 40, and she played like 40 games. That is,
I played majority of the season.
Hey, you know what? You cook right there. I ain't gonna lie. She didn't get a ring. I didn't know she didn't get a ring.
I played 40 games.
Wow,
that season, just majority of the games.
It all makes sense
give
now.
Me a ring? What the fuck is this? Yeah.
It makes sense now. Oh man, it makes sense now. She played 40 games too, and didn't get a ring. I ain't gonna lie. I'll sue too. I ain't gonna hold it. I'll make sure. Listen. Hey, I'll make some. Hey, listen. Hey, that's a low key.
I thought one of the years she didn't get the ring.
Hold on, let me. She didn't get the ring. Hold on. She got. I ain't saying.
She does have a ring with the Aces. She was a 6-man.
She do in 2022. Did they hand her a ring in 2022? I'm not saying we know she won a championship. She got the ring in 2022.
Yeah, that's the year she got the ring because she was on the team. Yeah,
I'm about to say if she didn't receive, we know she was on the team, but did she receive her ring though? That's the thing. Because she played for the Sparks the next season, so
Oh yeah.
So
See,
we
that's what I'm
know
saying. I
she
don't know if
willing.
she got a ring.
Hold up, man. That's hey lawsuits. Hey, listen, I'll be pissed off too. I guess. I mean,
Brandon Katz is saying that she did.
it is Brandon Catch though, so I gotta double check. I mean, we gotta be honest. You know what I mean? That is interesting though. You know what I mean? Dang.
Really.
Yo,
Okay, she
Zeno,
did.
as they look that up,
She did
my
get a
fault.
ring. She
She
got
did
it.
get
She
it.
got it. She got it. She got it.
She
She
got it
got
and
it. She
she got
got
it
it. I
late.
ain't gonna. She
Well,
got
no.
it.
Zeno, what's your thoughts on this, bro? What's your thoughts on what
Yeah, go ahead.
on this, man?
From what I'm hearing is I kind of agree with what Brandon Katz has been saying in the chat. He's saying that a lot of the things that's happened, you already guys explained it, it's been illegal. But the issue is she didn't get it on paper. So she can't enforce certain things that had happened because it's not on paper. But she can still go through the legal process to see what she can actually do, which is a good thing that she's trying to. I think trading someone because they're pregnant and can't play morally is wrong, but business wise makes sense because they're trying to win a chip and they're trying to get more popular and generate more money. And if one of your best players are not playing, you kind of lose out on the potential revenue. But I do think on a moral aspect of it is that is a really bad look for your team. It's kind of like, okay, I don't think it's kind of like, but it's in another sense, it's kind of like, how they traded the Celtics traded Isaiah Thomas when he was injured. What's
Yeah.
called business wise, that made a lot of sense. You got a top 15 player, you could build around him, you're gonna become relevant again. But morally, that was wrong because of what he did for you. Came back playing with his I think his sister died that year. And also he was going through injuries and he played through that as well for your team. But yeah, so that's what I have to say about it.
Yeah.
Fair point. I mean, but yeah, that's the W. Oh, also a W. That's why I wore my hoodie, my WNBA hoodie. WNBA comes back tomorrow after the All-Star / Olympic break. 3 games will be held tomorrow on TV. Now, I don't know if they're gonna be on TV, but 3 games will be coming on tomorrow. We got the. Let me look up the teams. We got the Phoenix Mercury versus the Chicago Sky, the Mystics versus the Lynx, and we got the Liberty versus the Sparks. So y'all need to tune in to at least one of those games and support the WNBA, since a lot of y'all in the comments be having so much to say about them.
Can I say one thing though? I want to talk to Yellow Bear. He says, I guess the WNBA only want women who don't get pregnant. You see, that's kind of an issue when it comes to women's sports that plays for a long period of time throughout the whole year, is that essentially because they need you at that specific thing for so long, and if you're pregnant, you pretty much damper your team by just not being there because of course you're going to be
What?
pregnant. You need to be caring about it.
You're
Huh?
not wrong. Why do y'all act so
He's
slow?
not wrong, but he's
What am I
not
wrong?
wrong. But at the end of the
Hell
day,
wrong.
he's
Wrong.
not. Hold on, Tom. Technically, no. This is what I mean by that. He's not wrong. Technically
Y'all are
speaking, of it.
crazy.
Hold on. Technically, he's not wrong in the sense of okay, but
Uh,
there's a but though, right?
It's essentially being injured. It's
And
essentially
I mean,
injured.
you can say that, but at the end of the day, though, like it's still you
And getting
understand.
pregnant is
You
more
under,
controllable than
but you
injury.
understand. I understand certain situations, like are you wilding in certain
Yeah,
situations, or
there's
whatever the
there's
case may
differences.
be.
There's differences
But
between injury and pregnancy. Yeah, that's
but at the end
clear.
of the day, though, you understand what you sign up for having female athletes. They get pregnant, so it's like now if we get to a situation where they're getting pregnant like every year, like all right, cool. That's like different situation, different talking point.
No,
Or you're trying to, but at the end of the day, you understand females are able to get pregnant. So why are you trying to like act like these females are machines? You treat them like people like machines, which is not. I mean, if we want to be realistic and treat these females like human, like other athletes or men, whatever case may be, hey, treat them accordingly. You deal with it. That's a personal problem at the end of the day. You know what I mean? If you got somebody's pregnant, hey, it is what it is. Build around that, deal with it. Because at the end of the day, because it's gonna be the same league. They're gonna promote mothers. They be promoting mothers. Oh, look at these kids, and even people that you got these like. Well, don't matter what it is. They I don't care what gender
Uh,
you
but
whatever.
true, but
They
only reason
promoting
this
these
is
kids.
bad, bro. Only reason this is bad,
No,
cause
I'm not saying it's not
no, no,
bad.
no.
I'm not
I'm
saying it's
gonna
not
tell
bad.
you why it's bad though. We seen this is not the first time we've seen this happen for us. A professional woman basketball player get pregnant. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But the Houston Comets did not treat Cheryl Swoops in that way, and she got pregnant twice as well,
But that
and
was
even played while pregnant.
that's not
End of the
safe.
day, she didn't get the backlash and didn't get the disrespect that allowed from her coach and from the organization. They totally disrespected her. They totally treated her like trash. End of the day, you gotta make them suffer. Becky Hammer should be fired. If we could fire Ime Udoka for having personal relations with a woman that he's attracted to, you could damn sure fire Becky Hammond for disrespecting the player just because of she doing what typically
But
most women
there's
do,
also
bear
alleged.
children.
There's
Women bear
also alleged.
children. It
There's
is what
also
it
But
is.
her,
alleged
Women
but
too.
her,
bear
There's also
children,
alleged
man.
too, though.
That's just
but her.
life.
Here's the thing, though.
That's life,
I
man.
when it comes to Becky Hammond's involvement, she could be just a pawn, deliver a message from the higher ups. You know what I mean? And then Becky Hammond didn't trade her. The higher ups did. And so, and I was going to touch on Zeno's point with this aspect, right? Morally, yes, but like business wise, we already know the WNBA is operating at a deficit,
Put it in the
period.
contract,
So,
then.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's at least now, this is a good thing going forward, not just for WNBA players, but women in general. If you're going to a job that's physically demanding year round, you need to negotiate on things like that on that behalf. Because I'm not gonna lie, like here's the biggest difference between injury and pregnancy. Most of the time you can't control when you get injured. You can definitely control when you get pregnant,
Yeah, that's
especially in today's society. Like we're not gonna pretend. Like we're not. So
Yeah,
at the
but
end
most
of the
of the
day,
time,
at
if
the
you
end of the day, like
married
I
or in
think,
a serious relationship, most women not go watch whether they get pregnant or not. Man, that just
yeah,
happens.
but
But
She
her in
she
got a
today's
family.
society, bro,
She got a
there's so many
family.
precautions for that, bro. No, I'm saying at the end of the day, you make a choice. That's like you said before. There was other great WNBA players who worked around their pregnancy. You know what I'm
Now
saying?
Cheryl
So
Swoops missed time. She missed
no,
time.
she missed time. I'm saying so. Like all I'm saying is like you have to you have to be professionally aware of that if you want to make that choice, and most importantly, put in financial contingencies in case you want to do that too, and that's just being responsible.
period. That's the end of it. That's what I said, basically. But yeah, it's just we'll see how the WNBA, how the court handles this whole situation. But for the final segment of today, we got True to Kings, Goofy Take of the Week.
Let me see.
We have that for us.
Yes. Where the banner at? Oh, yeah. But yeah, man, like you know what time it is, man. True goofy take of the week, man. And listen, I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I had a different bunch of options. I was like, man, I was about to cook today. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't know. I may do like an unreleased dirty batch of goofy takes. I ain't gonna lie. I had a lot of different choices. But then, man, man, listen. It was like a buzzer beater This was like a buzzer beater right here. This was like last minute buzzer beater. Man, oh man. I was like, man, this was the perfect timing. And Celtic alumni, um, one of the best sports analysis in the world, Kendrick Perkins, you know what I mean? ESPN, he cooking. Hey, had a vote, man. Y'all hate him so much, man. He said he didn't want to vote no more on these NBA awards. He had an interesting thing to say, man, about his greatest point guards in NBA history, man. And let's hold up. Let's check this out, man. Cause y'all may be surprised, man. Cause I'm definitely gonna cook on this. Cause this is egregious.
Again, if you get in your feelings, That's your personal problem. This is not your list. This is my list. Big Perk's big list of greatest point guards in NBA history.
Well, luckily, Dave and I are on the show, so we get to have a personal problem with this list. Dave, how do you feel about Perk's list?
Oh, let's start with the top of the list. I'll quibble, right? Obviously, Steph Curry is fantastic, and he should be in the conversation, but Magic has more MVPs. Magic has more championships. As you mentioned, Magic was a seminal figure in getting the NBA where it is today. And think about what he did jumping center against the Sixers as a rookie. I give the edge to Magic. The bigger problem I have is the back of the list. Where's the point guard? Where's the point guard? Where's CP3? Where's Jason Kidd, who came into the league as Asen Kidd, didn't have a J, and now sits on the top 20 in all-time three-pointers made, plus was key to that championship for the Dallas Mavericks when your guy Russell Westbrook, where's the championship, or John Stockton, where's the championship on their resume? And he's number 2 all-time in assists. Come on, Perk.
Go ahead, Andrea.
Well, well, first of all, we're not going to let that little line slide of Asen Kidd because, Dave, that was good. Came into the league without a J. I see you on that one.
Now, Kendrick Perkins, man. You out your dang mind putting Westbrook.
No. Say it like you usually say it. Don't just say that mind.
No, I gotta switch it up, man. He had his cotton picking, rabbit headed. Now that's a bird brain. Now that's a bird brain take right there. You said he called Joe Mazzulla a bird brain earlier. Now that's the bird brain stuff. Putting Russell Westbrook at number 4 point guard of all time. Come on, bro. He got to vote, y'all. He got to vote for MVPs and stuff like that. That's his opinion. That's his logic. He got Russell Westbrook at number 4 all time. That's egregious. That's egregious, bro. Russell Westbrook may not even be a top 10 point guard of all time. And I understand, look, what are you talking about? True. And I don't listen. If you want to talk about stats and you want to go based off stats, wherever the case may be, well, a lot of y'all very inconsistent then if you bring that up. Because the man got the most triple doubles all time. The man's, gone to scoring tile, all that. What stops him from being number 1 if y'all mention his stats? I know some people are going to say, but listen, him being top 5 is egregious. He's not, like I said, my man I forgot his name. He said he's not over Jason Kidd. He's not over Chris Paul. He's not over Steve Nash. He's not over Isaiah Thomas, Big Zeke. He's not over he's definitely not over John Stockton. That was crazy. He's not over John Stockton. In a couple more years, he's not gonna be over Luka. And SJ is on his way. Like, we can go in different eras, man. Come on. Let's are we serious? Russell Westbrook, a number 4 point guard of all time? Are we serious? Gary Payton, Dennis Johnsons, and I can keep on going. Nate Tiny Archibalds. Like, are we serious?
Who did they have above him?
They had Steph Curry at number 1, Magic Johnson, Oscar Robertson, and Westbrook was number 4.
Yeah, I think Zeke is top.
Are we serious, man? And if you want to put Jerry West at point guard, he's better than Westbrook, man. Come on, man. Are we serious? Like, this is laughing.
Jerry West not a point guard. We're not going. I don't know what.
If you want to put Jerry West at point guard,
like Mario, it makes no sense. He played 13 years. 11 of those years, he was a point guard.
Yeah.
A shooting guard. A point guard. I don't get it.
The point is, I'm just going on people.
Shooting guard. I apologize. He was a shooting guard. I apologize.
The point is, though, come on, like, Westbrook is a very great talent, man. First ballot Hall of Famer, greatest OKC player of all time. Brody, you know what I mean? Russ, you know what I mean? The whole, you know what I mean? Small and all that, you know what I mean? But come on, dog. Like, he ain't like that, man. He ain't like that. He he won an MVP and all that, but let's come on, man. He's not over those guys I named. And he's barely going to be in the top 10. Like, come on.
If you got Oscar that high, you gotta have Russ. I feel like nearby.
No, you don't. Westbrook was never really a true number one guy ever. Like, yeah, his role was a number one guy.
He was a number one guy.
But he was never really a number one guy ever in his career.
What you mean he wasn't a number one? When he was a number one.
That's because you asked to be Kyle Kuzma number one on the Washington Wizards, but we don't not look at Kyle Kuzma number one guy. Let's stop it, bro.
Did you put Kyle Kuzma and Russell Westbrook in the same sentence?
Because the context is what I'm talking about. And y'all see, you want to play these games or we want to talk basketball?
No, the difference is
just because you ask to be something, that's because you're not. That's not what you are. Can we agree with that? Yes or no?
No, I'm trying to understand what you mean by number one. That's what I'm trying to understand.
What I mean by that is like we understand which people, like I said, a lot of people like to criticize Westbrook because of that, right? Because my whole thing with Westbrook is this, right? He gets unfairly criticized because he was asked to do certain things that's not what he is.
True. Because what is a number one? What makes a player number one?
What is a number one guy? A guy that can lead a team. Guy that can lead a team to basically can lead a team. I never look at Westbrook really that guy. Yes, he did it one time, but let's be real. When Paul George got to OKC, Paul George was the better player. So it's
just lead a team. That's it. Just be a leader of your team.
Leads multiple times. Westbrook is best role was him being a sidekick. That is what it is. Like his best role is him being a sidekick. Yes, he led a team.
I think that definition a little vague.
But the point is this too, though. Like the point is vague, but that's just the truth when you talk about Russell Westbrook. When you look at Russell Westbrook, that man was never a top 5 dude in the league. He was never a top 5 dude in the league. He was never a guy that you could say, oh, he's the best point guard in the NBA. He's a guy, if you compare to other point guards in the league, that did more to him at their peaks, whatever the case may be. So saying that he's top 5 all the time he never was top 5 in the league. Let's cut that. He's never was.
Okay, so see, in my response to the Kendrick Perkins list, it's just one is expected. You know what I'm saying? Like Boston Celtic alumni tend to have these weird delusional rants from time to time. Bob Cousy do it. Kendrick Perkins do it. Paul Pierce is known for doing it. I was trying to finish my take. Like I'm just saying, there's a common pattern between Celtics alumni and these crazy takes. But nevertheless, though, just going off your last few statements, True, there's a lot of things wrong and that people disagree with that list. Like me personally, I disagree with the fact that Steph Curry is definitely not number one. I don't get this propaganda, but recency bias, great performance in the Olympics, so then people going to push Steph to be number one, but he's clearly not. John Stockton clearly not top 5. I don't get I don't get the logic because he was never the best. He was never a top 5 player in the league. He was never better than Magic. He was like I don't get it. And then, but obviously Westbrook is the highlight player of the league because he is one of those guys that's polarizing. Honestly, he's only polarized because of the media. To be honest with you, every single last one of the teammates of Russell Westbrook have nothing but good things to say about him. Except for the Laker media cartel, but we ain't gotten into that right now. Believe it or not, Russell Westbrook as a playmaker who played with multiple scores throughout his career, made them better. Top him in it. That's just a fact. Without flaw. So depending on what was Kendrick Perkins' criteria, I can kind of see how, because I think the one thing all 5 of those guys have in common is that they do floor raise role players throughout their career. They do make other guys better on their respective teams throughout their career. There's a reason why, like you mentioned earlier, True, Paul George had arguably his best season with Westbrook. There's a reason why the Washington Wizards made the playoffs when Westbrook got there. There's a reason why KD led the league in scoring multiple times when Westbrook was playing with him. There's a reason why James Harden remained productive playing with Westbrook. Like, we're not going to pretend.
Did he raise James Harden and KD?
We're not going to pretend.
Did he raise James Harden?
We're not going to pretend.
Did he raise James Harden play?
We're not going to pretend. We're not going to pretend this dude. We're not going to pretend this dude is not an all-time great player who is definitely in the conversation as a top 10 point guard of all time.
Okay,
Period.
granted,
The
those
resume, hold on. The resume said
not
it.
top 10.
His style,
It's
his play said it. His reputation amongst his peers can say so. He's in the conversation for top 10 point guard. I disagree. Listen. I disagree with Kendrick Perkins. Stay on point, Drew. I disagree with Kendrick Perkins' top 5, but I'm trying to understand his perspective and criteria of why he will formulate his top 5. I already explained my grievances. But I'm still trying to do the impossible. I'm trying to do the impossible and try to understand the psyche of a Celtic alumni, because some of these dudes don't make sense sometimes.
But the thing is though, the thing about that is too, about I don't know why you trying to spread narrative. I don't know why you keep mentioning.
You mentioned he was a Celtic alumni. You said that.
I know.
You said
yeah.
that.
Also mentioned the fact that he's also an OKC alumni, and he probably, like I said, bias. That's the only reason why he would say that, because like that's the only criteria, because he played with them. That's the only criteria, because there's no criteria to having. I mean, not no really respectable criteria having Westbrook a top 5 point guard. Like I said before, he's barely even a top 10 point guard. To your point, if you're going off a resume, there's a lot of other point guard resume that's better than his. So it's like, I mean, let's just like, I mean, yeah, we talking about him. Yeah, does he elevate guys? Whatever. Does he elevate guys? Wherever the case may be. Absolutely, but let's not act like Victor Oladipo and Sabonis left. They became better basketball players. So, like, what stopped him from elevating other guys?
Yeah, I expected Sabonis to get better after his what was that, Zeno?
I mean, you just said. So what about Victor Oladipo? What about Victor Oladipo? You said he raised.
Oh, Victor Oladipo wasn't early in his career too.
I'm going over what you said. I'm going over what you said.
He did. Yeah, I said facts.
And I mean, yeah, but exception for other people, correct? Okay, cool. So you agree with that? Cool. Exception for other people, because like I said before,
what other people you talking about, sir?
I said Victor Oladipo. Did Victor Oladipo? You
talking about a guy who was early in his career, who even in comments during that season said Westbrook does this backstage to help me improve my game?
Where did he improve his game?
This the problem.
When did he improve it? When did he improve his game?
This the problem. He said he helped with his work ethic. True. Since when did being a good teammate don't matter? True King.
When he improve his game? So you're
not gonna answer the question. When is being a good teammate not a good thing, True?
I'm not. So when I'm not answering the question, because when did he improve his game?
Don't get your point, bro.
I'm not, because did he play better in Orlando, or he played better in OKC?
He was a mature player in Orlando, my nigga.
We can move on. We can move on, because like, okay, cool.
And also he was dealing with injury, but we ain't gotta talk about it.
He did not deal with it. Why are you lying? He did not deal with injuries. What are you talking about? Watch that whole, like, all right. See, like I said before, you're legit lying. You're just lying right now.
I'm lying. But Westbrook is a great teammate.
I defend
Westbrook is a great teammate. That's a fact.
I said
Westbrook has a Hall of Fame resume. That's a fact.
Okay, he's
not. Why you getting emotional, bro?
And he's not a top 10 point guard of all time.
Yeah, because of your vague criteria. Like I said,
I'm passionate about the debate just because you're getting cooked right now. Listen. He's not a top.
I'm using your criteria. You say he's not a leader, which his teammates disagree with you.
I never said it.
You said you did say that. I asked you what's number one, and you said a leader.
On my life, I never said that.
We wanted to tape.
On my life, I never said that. On my life, I never said that.
We wanted to tape.
I never said that. I never said that. You can rewind.
True. I asked you what's the number one. What did you say? What did you say?
Okay, I said just because I said him being number one guy.
Leader. You said a leader. What's the number one? You said a leader. A guy who leads his team. That's what you said.
They're different criteria of being a leader. They're different criteria of being a leader. Udonis Haslem is a leader. That's because that's
true. That's why I asked you, what do you mean by that? And you stopped with just being a leader.
Okay, but you was over talking me. But you
can't take this no more, man.
Wait, let's move. Wait.
The point of the conversation.
I'm saying he has.
The point of the conversation is this, though. He's not.
He got something against Westbrook. I don't know why.
I defend Westbrook more than anybody on his panels. Let's not even, besides Lamont, that's just a God-given fact. And one of the things is too, you still in my talking points. Like I said before, I respect. I don't even slander. I don't slander. I don't slander Westbrook. I just call it how it is. But the fact is, he's not that great as other people. Maybe like Lamont said he is. He's not. I already explained. I told you Lamont this. It is what it is. Westbrook. Westbrook is nowhere near a top 5 conversation. Now, if you want to be in,
it might be better than Stockton, to be honest.
Now, if you want to put him in the top 10, that's cool. That's fine. He's not my top 10. Cool. I said he's barely top 10. That being said, he's nowhere near in the top 5 conversations. Like, let's just is what it is. He's probably the worst MVP point guard of all time. He's definitely another conversation.
It's clearly Bob Cousy. Bob Cousy is the worst MVP
but
point
we
guard
never.
of all time.
But that being said, are we talking Bob Cousy?
No, you asked the question. You asked the question. Some people do. Mad Dog. Herm know this. Mad Dog has the Bob Cousy top 5. Ask Herm. Herm know about it.
Hey, stop getting emotional because I said arguably, correct? If I'm arguing that Bob Cousy is the top 5 point guard of all time, or you're arguing that Westbrook is the best.
I don't know. I don't know your list, Drew. I don't know your top 5 list.
You're arguing Westbrook.
Drew, what is your top 5?
Hold up.
Drew, what is your top 5 point guard? I'm not. That's not my argument. See, you don't not listening. See, that's the part you're not listening. See, if you were to see, who's your top 5? But before you say that, I'm trying to get you. I got you. I'm trying to get you focused, bro. Because just like those products we have from Amazon. There's an energy drink to help get you focused, natural flavors, bro, to help get you right on track. If you remember what I said I disagree with Kendrick Perkins' top 5. I gave up my grievances on multiple points, but I followed up by saying I'm just trying to get into the crazy psyche of a Celtic alumni and try to understand his order.
No logic.
That's all I said.
Logic. The point is there's no logic to it.
But what is your top 5, sir? Before we get to her,
my top 5 is Herm next.
No, what's your top 5?
No, that's my top 5 is Herm. Wait. That's my top 5 point guard.
Oh, that's your top 5, Herm? Herm, congratulations, bro. You're a top 5 point guard of all time, man. I didn't know it.
Yeah, Herm is definitely top 5 out here. Herm is definitely top 5 out here.
Herm, you can go ahead and speak. Hollywood Herm.
Yeah, end of the day, man, with the Russell Westbrook, he's most definitely a top 10 point guard. I think the most disrespected point guard of all time, y'all, is Isaiah Zeke Thomas. It's the most disrespected point guard of all time. He doesn't get his just due because people personally don't like him. Guys that hoop, guys that play ball, guys that actually know the game. He's a top 3 point guard, hands down, with ease. You know what I'm saying? I think, honestly, he's number 2 in my book. I still got Curry at number 3 right now. Magic and Isaiah, to me, the best 2 point guards of all time. Maybe I'm caught up in that. Maybe I'm caught up in nostalgia. Maybe I'm just biased to the OGs. But Zeke did something. His playoff run, arguably out of any small guard, is the best playoff run in history. Nigga beat Larry Bird. He beat Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson in the same playoff run. Stephen Curry don't had that type of
Westbrook don't either.
Westbrook get put by your Ricky Mitchell. Now I'm just saying, for a playoff run, take it down giants like that. I mean, end of the day, Curry ain't got that type of monsters on his mantle like that. You know what I'm saying? For us a playoff run. So when you look at it, that's why I got in where I got in. But end of the day, the John Stockton disrespect. Hey, LeBron fans, y'all love overall numbers and overall statistics, right? John Stockton got a record that will never be broken. His assists and steals. Y'all value records and longevity. Why John Stockton get disrespected? Kendrick Perkins got a number 5. He got the longevity and he got the numbers that matter most when it comes to point guards. Assists. Number 1 assist leader of all time. And John Stockton got after the ball. I saw John Stockton in 1997. In 1997, take down the super team Houston Rockets in the Western Conference Finals. Karl Malone actually didn't play his best. John Stockton was the best player on both sides in that series in 1997. So why guys want to disrespect John Stockton? See, a lot of people thought one time when the month was playing film of John Stockton, people thought it was going to be able to clown John Stockton, but guess what? John Stockton was splitting through double teams. John Stockton showed you that he had an elite handle, elite ability to see the floor with the court vision. He actually could shoot the ball when he decided to shoot the ball. John Stockton was a solid player. So for him to get disrespected the way he gets disrespected, I think they just do it because they want to trash any player that actually come from the 90s. I think that's where the John Stockton backlash come from. John Stockton is absolutely a top 5 point guard because, hell, you can't say Steve Nash. If people try to say Steve Nash, if you want to put Steve Nash up there, you got to put Stockton up there. At least Stockton
All right.
made it to the finals.
Hey,
Steve
hey, Herm,
Nash
before we
didn't
go
make
to
it to the
Zeno,
finals.
Herm, before we go to Zeno, let's play this quick exercise real quick. You tell me if this player, if Stockton's better than this player I'm about to say, okay?
Yeah.
Is Stockton better than Magic?
Nope.
No.
Is he better than Zeke?
No.
Is he better than Oscar?
I say
No.
Is he better than Curry?
No.
No.
Is he better than West?
What?
Jerry West.
Oh,
not a
Jerry
point
West? No.
guard. He's more
Is
of a
he better than?
two-guard.
No, that's not. I asked you, Herm, is he
but
better
he's
than
more-
West?
he's
That's
more-
how
he's a
Herm look at
shooting
it.
guard, though.
That's how
You
Herm
can't-
look at it. You can't.
You can't.
No, I'm
you can't-
asking you, Herm.
I'm looking at
Is
because you was
is
naming
he better
point
than Jerry
guards.
West?
Nah, but you was naming point guards though. Now you
No. Yes, I'm naming. No, I'm naming point guards. I'm naming point guards.
Jerry West was not a point guard. He's a shooting guard.
Jerry West spent majority of his career playing point
Majority of
guard.
his
He only
career
played.
was a shooting
He
guard.
only played.
He was
No,
a
wrong.
shooting
Herm.
guard.
1, 2,
A shooting
3,
guard.
4.
That's how
He only
you look
played
at it.
4 seasons
That's how
as
you
a
look at it.
shooting guard.
You're not getting no
He
words,
played
Sturdy. That's how you look
4
at it.
seasons as a shooting
Sturdy.
guard. He's
He
not a
was
shooting
a
guard.
shooting guard, Sturdy. When people do
No,
that
I don't know
all-time
what.
rankings,
He's not a shooting guard.
They say Jerry West is a top 3, top 4 shooting guard. I don't never hear people saying Jerry West a top 3, top 4 point guard. Because if that's the case,
He's clearly a top 5 point guard. I
no,
don't know what
he's
to
not
tell
a
you, nigga.
point guard. He's a shooting guard.
How is
Stop
he
that
not a point
manipulation
guard?
bullshit. Stop
What
that
manipulation?
shit,
You
man.
want to see the screen? You want to see the link, nigga?
manipulation. Man, I don't give a fuck
what
what you doing.
manipulation?
You ain't talking about a motherfucking thing because his peers looked
What
at
you
him as
talking
a
about?
shooting guard.
Her.
No, his peers
Stop
looked
that
him as a
shit,
point
man.
guard. There's
Stop
articles
that
on that. You want to ask ChatGPT?
And stop that.
You
Stop
want to
that
ask
shit.
ChatGPT, her? You want
We
to
can
ask
ask.
ChatGPT how
I'll
many
pull
years
it up.
Jerry West played a
I'm gonna
point
call
guard?
your bluff.
Ask
No.
ChatGPT.
Ask
ChatGPT how many seasons
This
Jerry
ain't
West
your
played a
ass.
goddamn point guard,
That
nigga.
ain't motherfucker. This ain't your ass ChatGTP, you ignorant motherfucker. All you gotta say, what's
I'm
Jerry
about to do it
West's
now.
natural position?
I'm about to do it
They gonna
now. I'm
say
about to do it now.
Goddamn.
Oh, Zeno, go. You get your take off. I'm doing this. Get your take off.
Okay, so my takeoff, I just think that I don't think this is necessarily that. Wait, where's CP3? I just realized where's CP3?
Exactly, man.
Why is CP3 not in this top 5? I say he just get disrespected by certain players, and I don't get it. He should be in this starting 5, and if to be honest with you, I'll take him over John. It was called John Stockton. I think Russ Westbrook is a little bit too low. I think Jason Kidd deserves to be in this starting 5. Not too low, too high. My bad.
Yeah.
You're right. Thank you for checking me on that because that could have been real bad. Yeah, I think Russell Westbrook is a bit high. I think he should go down. And then I would trade. I'll get rid of John Stockton and Russell Westbrook for, as I said, the 2 players that.
Damn.
And I think that's what I would have. Am I missing anyone?
I mean, that's
Nah.
it.
And by the way, Herm, the most underappreciated point guard of all time. That will always in my top 10 point guard. If you know your research, you know about him, is Walt Frazier. He never gets talked about in these conversations.
Walt Frazier better than Westbrook.
Yeah, I agree. I got Walt Frazier actually in my top 10. I got him over Westbrook, but he's the guy that we're talked about. Shout to the Clyde, bro. 2-time Hall of Famer.
Oh, wait. Actually, I think I would probably put Steve Nash over Jason Kidd.
I ain't gonna lie. The one thing I ain't gonna lie.
Zeno. Okay, I know what it is.
Hold up, bro. Hold up, Lamont. Now that being said, Lamont, hold up, Lamont, because my chat CBC said something different, and I got the updated one too. I got the updated one too. Hold up. We ain't doing that though. We ain't doing that. Well, shout out to Herm. Hey, you see this? Hold up. You see this? Y'all see this? Do I got Zoom? Just let me know. Can y'all see it? Hold up. Can y'all? Let me see. Can y'all? What did that say?
As was Jerry West's natural position.
Now share my link.
Jerry West played a shooting guard during his.
Is that a private chat? You ain't got
I ain't
that.
gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. Herm low key cook. If you going on ChatGPT rules, he cooked it.
No,
he cooked it.
No, I got no. Share my link. I have ChatGPT too, nigga. Everybody want me to go
ChatGPT,
nigga.
Can't do it.
Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I mean, now to be fair, to be fair, I will share this basketball reference. And
You want NBA.com too, Herb?
Hey, and it
Herb, I
do
can't hear you. Do you want NBA.com as well?
and it do say Jerry
Herb,
West
I mean,
played majority of the time.
Lamar, I please beg you, play some Jerry West clips because we should have played him when he died, RIP, because he was doing some point guard shit even back then.
I mean, both of y'all ain't. I mean, I would say this about Jerry West. Like
The fuck we talking about, man?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like this, is my take on the Jerry West position he played. It really didn't matter. It's how you because he was legit. Was
No, true. No, some people pick and choose. No, true. Because you can find articles of they saying Jerry West is a great point guard. You can find teammates saying he's a great point guard. You can find coaches talking about him as a great point guard. There's this weird thing where they try to, I don't know what they try to do. They try to make up positions to credit guys on payers. I was on a stream the other day where people still don't think Steph Curry's a point guard because he shoot a lot.
Yeah,
what is that?
I don't know. We gonna get that. Maybe we may have to get that at a later date, man.
But you're right. That's a different conversation. I appreciate it. I appreciate you.
I feel you.
It.
Hey, man. Yeah, man. It was a great show, man. Great show. I'm about to
we got chat warrior today. We got chat warrior today. Warrior.
Who is chat warrior today? That's a good question.
Where's Renegade?
Dookie Blaylock's on 40. I don't know what a combo guard is. That's like me saying Joker's a combo center. Does that sound fucking stupid?
That's crazy as hell.
Tim Duncan is not a power forward. He's a combo forward.
That's crazy.
Actually, Duke. Yeah, I'll give it to Duke. Actually,
Tim Duncan's a power center. No. He's a power center. You got to combine the two. He's a power center. Oh, there we go. What the hell? If that's the case, what the hell is LeBron? He played all 5 positions.
They gonna say
small. The fuck we call him?
They gonna say small for.
Why not, Herb? He played all 5 positions.
He don't play no
all
5 positions. I ain't gonna lie, dude.
That's a fact. Herb, I'm not like capping, dog. He played all 5 positions.
He got cooked, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, man. I ain't gonna lie though, man. For real, I'm giving the Streamlabs. Let me stop.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm gonna give it to Duke.
Yeah, Duke got it though, man. Duke play like
Duke been active today, man. He been talking his cash stuff, kissing. He been kissing up to Mario, man. So I'm pretty sure Mario gonna show him some love, man, because he was cheering on throughout the whole string. Duke Blair, stop being a sucker, man. But you do get that war for the day.
The cap with all called a sucker is crazy, bro. That's
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's a majority rule, basically. I mean, Zeno, I don't think Zeno said Duke. Yeah, Zeno said Duke. Yeah,
Duke,
Duke. Yeah, Duke give my vote too. That's 3 times, Duke.
Yeah, so hey, man, like I said, keep. And what prize they gonna get?
For the person the first to 10, you will get FYF merch and prize money. And who knows? By the time you get to 10, we could be bigger. You might get a free Amazon product. You never know.
Absolutely. And also, too, man, I put that link in the chat to Amazon Live, man. Go check all those products out. Stanley Cups, AirPods, AirTags, a microphone, all that stuff. 20% off. You click that link, you hit that like button on the live, and hey, check us all. Listen, we on Amazon Live too. We on YouTube, Amazon Live, Twitter, all that. So hey, check us out, man. Yeah, we out of here. Oh, go. Hey, tell y'all where y'all find y'all different social media. Got Herm be on there also. Check him out. Full Court Press, 94 Feet Boys on every Saturday. And also check him out. Also check him out on Ticket TV live stream. He be over there cooking too, man. Zeno, Vandy Sports, Sturdy. You know what I mean?
True. You got
Mar knows best. Go check her channel out, man. Hey, Rumble the Ring. Hey, Rumble the Ring every Sunday. Hey, In the Zone every Tuesday. Yeah, so we out of here. That's all.
I come now. How we can forget the 94 Feet Boys, the Full Court Press on Saturdays, man. They got something special for y'all this week.
We did forget Go James Kingdom though. Shout out to Go James.
My fault. Friday Night Exposure. You're right. Friday Night Exposure. Herb's favorite show on the goddamn program. How could we forget? Friday Night Exposure by A. Johnny, man.
I'm gonna have to come save the Zesty Jeffers on Friday.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh man.
Hey, shout out to Lamont in the chat too. Shout out to Lamont.
Hey, go James Keenum. I'm gonna have my Michael Jordan police uniform on, and I'm gonna come save on Friday, man.
That's wild.
They get emotional. I gotta show them how to talk basketball.
But also, man, it's all for the show, man. We out of here, man. Peace, deuces, salute, and we gone.
Salute, y'all.
That's awkward. Come on, dog. Why is not?
Hold on.
No, it's crazy. Hold on. This
to the city that raised us, can't save them all, but the present show a lot of love. I'm in and all when I see them people give it back. Under it all, we put them people right up on our back, and we gon' compete. Living through the struggle every day, so we can compete. Fighting really hard every day, so we can compete. Doing everything that we can, so we can compete. Letting people know who we are, and we gon' compete. I'm in my car, smoking black and mild window low, contemplating on the moment that I get the blow. I play the lotto, I don't do it for the wrong reasons. Pray if I hit, I don't use it for the wrong reason. And if I hit, I got that chopper for them sucker scheming. Gotta make it cause I tell you that my mama need it. Calm down, homie, this your winning thoughts talking. I know a person needed more, that's borderline coffee. Okay, that's cool, but my heart hurts me every day, cause when my papa needed help, I couldn't even say. And you don't know about the mortgage getting paid late, and you don't know about them hours work for low pay. I tell you this, my life and it's a true story. So when you tell me about them others, man, it just bores me. So get the hell out my way, I'm trying to make a play, so we can all live good and have some better days, and we can compete. Living through the struggle every day, so we can compete. Fighting really hard every day, so we can compete. Doing everything that we can, so we can compete. Letting people know who we are, and we gon' compete.